happy Sunday, and of course, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Welcome to the Alliance Games. Super solid intro, super solid trailer once again from AcadArena. It's always good to be back. My name is Burger Kim, and joining me today is Midnight. We are welcoming you to the Alliance Games featuring Mobile Legends Bang Bang, co-presented by Globe, powered by Logitech G, dubbed by the gaming community as the UAAP and NCAA of Esports. The Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are #AllG to compete in multiple esports titles to represent their campus. And of course, marami tayong matches today. We have the play-ins, the group stages rather, and the playoff stage. So Midnight, ano nga ba yun?
Yep, again, nasabi na ni Burger King, ito yung Alliance Games major events na consisting ng 3 stages. First is yung play-ins, which is yung nangyayari ngayon. And then we have the group stage, and then there's also the playoffs stage. The play-ins will run for 3 weeks with teams playing a double elimination pools format, and yung top 16 ay mag-a-advance sa group stage, and yung top 8 ay mag-a-advance naman sa playoffs. And of course, the finalists will have the opportunity to compete live at Conquest 2020.
Horology is my craft. Diggy is my name.
Be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. And the Alliance Games is co-presented by Globe, our official telco partner, and powered by Logitech G, our official gaming gear. And here we have it. Wala nang, hindi na natin to ipapatagal pa. We are heading onto a drafting phase between HAU and PNU on the red side. So we have here Diggy and Lingban agad-agad Midnight.
No. Atong Ling talagang hindi na makakalusot to kasi it's really one of the top contenders in the current meta right now. One of the only viable assassins in the current meta. Pero surprisingly, yung Diggy ban ay hindi natin masyado nakikita, no? Pero I think may idea din sila Eros in the gang. Ito actually nakas ko to last time, itong Valiant Esports, medyo palong-palo din maglaro yung mga players dito. And I'm pretty sure na yung Diggy ban ay may reason, whether it be selective ban against PNU Sulo or baka sa running composition nila hindi maganda na lumusot yung Diggy. Valentina first pick, automatic yan kapag hindi naka-ban kasi it's one of the best supports right now. Ang daming pwedeng gawin yan. And it also limits the hero pool ng iyong kalaban kasi hindi mo pwedeng bigyan to ng basta maraming ultimate na pwede niyang kopyahin.
Of course, hindi pa rin nawawala ang tank meta. We have the Franco that we see na most of the time is being prioritized as well as the Baksha. Pero maganda itong first pick ng how. I'm sure they're also very updated with the meta Midnight kasi nakita ko last time parang kaka-release lang yata ng Indonesia about this meta and agad-agad ginamit nila dito sa Alliance Games. I'm not so sure if they'll bring it out. They brought out the Harley tank last time, so I'm not so sure kung isa rin yun sa mga hidden picks ng side ng Valiant. But of course, they'll be closing out their first stage with the Beatrix and the Choke.
Yeah, interesting to kasi last time na nakita natin sila, they prioritized the Selena and Franco. Pero this time kasi open yung Valentina for Valiant Esports and kinuha din ng PNU Sulo yung Franco ng Valiant Esports. And they went with the Cho pick. Most of the times you don't really want to pick that hero in as early as this, lalo na wala ka pang nakikitang masyadong pick of target. Pero it's also good if let's say for example na misposition yung PNU Solo, meron silang capability na mag-punish ng mga misplays. So I really like the idea here for Valiant Esports. And again, lumabas na Esmeralda. This is really good for Eros, no? Yung Valentina kasi may kokopyan siya yung Falling Star Moon. It also adds to the arsenal of Valiant Esports. And the Roth ban just to make sure na walang counter sa lane matchups si Esmeralda rito. Pero I like the Savior ban. It's a hero that limits the mobility of the Cho, and at the same time yung Dawning Light, it can be really annoying pagdating ng late game.
Yeah, super annoying yung pokes, yung global presence of a Savior is really annoying. One of the top picks as well sa ating current meta. Pero si Zone ng Naspi. Nakita ko na to dati. Talagang ang galing niya mag-zone. And this Yuzo is one of the picks that he has been using sa Alliance Games. And I feel like ilalock in na ito ng Valiant Esports.
Yeah, I like the hero choices here of Valiant Esports. Again, team fight is gonna be the main key here for Valiant. Lalo na may Franco tsaka Sicilian. So as much as possible, you want to be grouping up as 5 para makapatay ka ng mga targets mo sa isang team fight. And Waterpulse goes for the Balmond. It's a pseudo Diroth kasi tumatagos yung damage mo through the raw HP ng kalaban. Kasi kapag bumaba yung HP bars ng kalaban to a certain threshold, one hit lang sila nung ultimate ni Balmond. So PNU Sulo cannot really be very aggressive with this kind of composition kasi again, kapag bumaba yung mga HP bars nila, kaya sila patayin ng Balmond.
Mon, and syempre they also have the Yuzong to reach the backlines. Pero here we have it. Of course, the final picks ng Valiant Esports as well as PNU Solo. We will be heading into our Land of Dawn in just a little bit. Pero hindi pala sila in the same place, no? Kasi last time yung nakas ko na game, I think it was Batangas University. Meron silang bootcamp and they were all together. Pero this time, I think Valiant and PNU, they will be playing from either their own homes or maybe even elsewhere. Kung saan man sila pwede maglaro, nandun sila.
Oh, grabe, tignan mo yung mga upuan, no. Yan yung mga upong gamer eh. Yung mga nakahiga, yung mga nakataas paa.
Nakonto sila
Nakadagdag
bigla.
boost yan.
Tama naman. Okay lang. Ganyan din ako actually maglaro eh. I mean, nobody's looking at you. And syempre, you wanna be in your best position, especially when you're playing. And you are at a very high stakes game. And yun nga pala, yung Valiant, they were sent into the lower brackets kasi na-sweep nga sila last week or the previous week ng UST. So right now, they will be fighting for the spot dito sa ating Alliance Games. Pero agad, the early pokes nandito na agad from MJ as well as Eastwood.
Grabe, napapula ka agad. Actually, medyo mahirap patapak to eh, yung Cho Valentina sa mid lane kasi talagang ang taas ng poking capability and ang hirap din i-punish kasi if trinay mo lumaban, you're giving free XP naman to the Valentina. So parang wala kang no choice. Kumbaga tiisin mo na lang kasi kapag lumaban ka, pabor pa rin sa Valentina. Kahit mapatayin mo yung tank, okay lang sa kanya kasi nga tumataas yung XP na nakuha ni Valentina. It's gonna be contention here on the purple buff. Pero ganda ng ikot ni Red. Sabi niya orange. Nag-red muna siya. And then, nagpunta siya ng green ng Valiant Esports jungle. Pero si Waterfalls naka-ready na nakaposition na. Nakuha na niya yung purple niya and kinukuha niya rin yung purple ni Red. So this will delay the form of the Baksha. Pero again, nakakuha naman si Red ng green jungle creeps on the opposite side. It's not worth it, pero alam niya rin naman kasi na hindi niya kaya lumaban dito sa trio ng Valiant Esports.
Yep, PNU, like what you mentioned, no, kailangan rin nila mag-ingat, lalo na they have these scaling heroes, yung the Sicilian, as well as the Clint doon sa ating bot side. Pero again, yung pressure natin most of the time is going to be on the gold lane. Nakabas na rin dito si Eastwood for a possible gank. Andito na rin si Red. And here we have it. Ito Midnight na nakakatakot talaga pag Franco. Kahit hindi pa level 4, pag na-hook pa lang, sobrang magiging mahirap na yon, lalo na if you are that type of hero na medyo squishy, yung kumbaga isang kagat lang, isang hook lang, kumbaga sure kill na para sa.
Grabe naman yung duo ng ng Sulo, no? May Clint Eastwood sa gold lane. May Clint tapos may Eastwood ng Franco. Hirap pala.
Oo, pero iba lang yung IGN. Pero here we have it. Wala na yung Turtle and Red dito. Uy! Ang ganda ng hook ni Eastwood, no? Ang ganda ng mga hooks niya, pero siya pa rin yung nakagat doon. First blood goes to the side of Valiant, and habang si Waterpulse naman tamang objective lang, the Turtle will go to the side of Valiant Esports.
Sobrang lungkot nung ginagawa ng Valiant Esports sa Baksha, hindi nila pinag-farm. Punish is gonna come out from Sulo dahil low HP na rin si Zone ng Naspin, hindi siya naka-recall. Pero look at the Baksha, level 4 versus the level 5 of Waterpulse. Actually, kaka-level 4 lang nitong Baksha. Si Waterfalls nearing level 6 na. So malaki-laki yung gap. Pero pagdating naman sa gold lane, it's an even battle. Actually, lumamang pa ng konti si Mayumi kasi nakakuha siya ng kill against the Yuzong. Pero yung binubuo ni Step Bro, ayaw niyang, gusto niya mahal yung buhay niya. Gusto niya lahat ng mahal binibili niya. Rushing for the BOD. Pero instead na binili niya kagad yung Legion Sword, yung 4 na blades yung binili niya. So, medyo sayang pera, pero all worth it pa rin naman kasi leading up pa rin naman to the Blade of Despair. Pero again, middle lane, ito yung nakakatakot talaga, yung Valentina. Mahirap labanan to, and ngayon meron pa siyang copy ng Franco.
No, para kumbaga anything right now sa kit ng Sulo, they can actually take. Pero on the bot side, MJ, may kill dito kay Eastwood. Tamang focus lang din dito for the side of Sulo since yun nga Midnight. These are the type of compositions na sasabihin mong parang ay late game lang, okay lang to na early sila. Early naman talaga.
Late game din naman yung lineup ng Sulo kasi Sicilian, Clint. Pero pag tinignan natin yung lineup ng Valiant, again, ang problema ng Sulo dito is it's not even about the damage kasi may poke din naman yung Valiant Esports. Pero again, once na bumaba yung mga HP wars ng Sulo, it doesn't matter kung mataas ang damage output mo or kung ikaw yung ultimate scaling hero. Kapag yung HP mo ay bumaba ng 40%, one hit ka lang kay Balmond.
One hit na lang. Very iconic line. Pero gold lead natin midnight, syempre in favor sa Valiant. Kasi grabe yung grabe yung aggression nila dito. Talagang katulad ng sinabi mo, they're not letting Red farm. Kumbaga lahat ng resources dito ni Red kinukuha. And this is really sad for a Baksha na alam natin, no, mabilis mag-farm, mabilis rin mag-rotate. But Red right now is just really having a difficult time taking in the resources. May kill pa nga doon on the bot.
Franco?
Ooh, Eastwood. Andito. It's taken down by Eros sa kanilang sa kanyang sariling ulti, and si zone ng Naspi tamang zone out lang doon habang ang Valiant they take the second turtle once again.
Grabe, ayaw talaga magbigay ni Waterfalls. Tingnan mo, level 8 versus level 6. Okay, na-retry. Na-retry naman ni Red, and si Waterfalls has to concede that one. Actually, nakakagwelt na nakuha pa rin ni Red yung purple. Kasi may retry din si Waterfalls. Pero feeling ko naawa, binigay. Sige na, tutulungan na kita, lilish na kita sa purple mo.
Total, kami na rin naman yung lamang, no? 2K gold lead para sa side ng Valiant Esports. Well, this is a given already since sila yung nakakuha ng turtle. And I don't know, kung ikaw pa si Baksha ngayon midnight, ano bang gagawin mo, di ba? Halos lahat ng resources mo kinukuha, tapos yung lanes nyo pa, parang yung Valiant pa rin ang nagwawali.
Ako yung Baksha ang gamit ko, PM si Waterfalls. Kahit pengin.
Ay, nako Red, dito naghahanap ng konting opening. Pero Step Bro on the bot side gets a triple kill at may maniac pa nga nakasama doon. Actually, nakaka-confuse to kasi meron dito si Eros on the Valentina. So, nakaka-confuse rin dito kung anong ultimate yung ginagamit. But it is a maniac para kay Step Bro.
Yeah, napakagandang team fight here for Valiant Esports. Ganda rin nung dodge ni MJ dun sa Bats Impact ni Silver Mist. Dapat patay na siya doon, and Sulo doesn't really get anything out of that skirmish. And again, napakalaki ng lamang ng Valiant Esports. Currently sitting at 5,000 gold lead versus PNU, and right now they are playing aggressive in the mid lane. Kailangan naman nila ngayon is matranslate yung lead nila into objectives, which can happen right now kasi currently 5 minutes na, wala na yung mga energy shields ng mga towers.
No energy shields, and of course they can push forward. Pero si Trex tamang sustain lang dun sa top side. Kalahati na pala yung tower dito sa ating mid side. But look at the bullet shower that's coming in from Step Bro. Immediately, dalawa yung nawala doon. Habang si Zone ng Naspi, grabe rin talaga, no, ang tindi. Kumbaga, pinanindigan niya talaga yung kanyang IGN. 2 members down from PNU as Valiant. They continue to take in, or they continue their aggression and take in the tower dito sa ating mid side.
Ang tawag ko doon, petrify ng Odnum. Nakita mo yung ginawa doon, binato yung ultimate ni Beatrix, yung grenade launcher. Pwede mo kasi pwede mo iwasan yan napakabagal yung animation nun. Pero si Zone ng Naspi, nung nadigitan niya na yung targets ni Beatrix, tapos nung nakita niya lumabas na yung mga granada, pinetrify ka agad. Usually ginagamit yung petrify kapag nagamit yung third skill para ma-stuck in place, para may follow-up na knock-up. Pero sabi niya, okay na to, tiwala ka sa akin, Step Bro, I got you.
Yeah, it's crazy, no? Yung rotations din dito ng Valiant, napakaganda. Kanina pa rin been switching lanes, ngayon si Naspi, it's top side ulit habang Drex really trying to push in the tower dito sa top side. Pero nako, hindi na talaga makontrol dito si Step Bro. 2 members down again sa PNU. How do you control a Beatrix? Lalo na parang ka-lane mo pa yung isang Clint. Diba kasi kadalasan naman when it comes to the laning phase, it's usually the Beatrix and the Clint. Pero now, Step Bro, naka-weapons master pa. 2, standing at a 603 by the way. So this is something you wouldn't want to see if you are the gold laner.
Ito yung kasi ang daming playmaking heroes din sa side ng Valiant Esports. Oh, the hook flicker!
Oh, hook flicker. Next by Evos. Pero sakit na rin na binabato dito ni Silver Mist na Bats Impact. So I think it's about time. I'm not so sure if naka-build na rin siya ng Lightning Truncheon because that is when we will see the power spike of a Sicilian. Pero ang sakit. Nako, ewan ko parang every clash, parang I feel like PNU, ang hirap na rin talaga lumapit dito, ang hirap pumwesto, lalo na these are heroes like the Sicilian and the Clint, these need to position themselves really properly.
Sobrang yaman ng Beatrix. 7,000, and ang highest sa kabila is 5,000. Top lane.
Oh, Trex, munti ka na nga doon. Nice hook dito by Eastwood. Pero si Eros, meron din ultimate dito. Bats Impact and Bats Feast. Eros gets taken down. Zone ng Pinas in the midst of it all. And that was in favor of PNU, of course, getting 2 kills there on the top side. And Trex is the only casualty.
That was a good catch from the Franco. Nakakita sila ng teamfight na lamang sila. Not in terms of damage, but in terms of numbers. Kasi dalawa lang yung kalaban nila from the side of Valiant Esports. Unfortunately, yung unang na-hook is yung Valentina, which really is a priority target for Sulo kasi kapag hinayaan mo yung Valentina mag-range during a team fight, mataas din ang sustain yan kasi dahil nga sa kanyang passive, kapag mas mataas sa kanyang level, bumabalik yung HP niya based sa damage na dinideal niya sa mga kalaban. And of course, ayaw mo magamit na yung kopya ng ultimate na kung sino mang kampe mo, no? Kasi ang dami niya pwedeng piliin eh. At that moment, yung copy na meron sa Valentina is si Franco, so okay lang. But again, you don't want the Valentina to sustain your fight kasi baka umabot pa sila water pot. So it's a really good team fight for Sulo, pero they need at least 3 of that para masabi nating equal yung game nila against Valiant Esports. Kasi again, ang current problem nila, no, yung running problem ng Sulo is yung Beatrix.
Oh, ang dami problema dito na kailangan intindihin ng Sulo. I mean, right now, it's really going to matter yung mga hooks dito ni Eastwood, pero the pressure is on midnight. Lahat ng lanes dito, kinuha na ng Valiant. Even Trex here, lumambot sa kamay ni Step Bro.
Grabe, binatuhan ng Granada. And 3 lanes are being shoved in by Valiant Esports. Top lane is the choice. Yung bottom lane kasi basag na and most likely magta-transition yan.
Oh!
Good ka naman ng hook nun!
Hindi ka na yun. Si MJ yung nahook doon. Pero fortunately enough, naka-flicker out ulit siya. 206 by the way on this show. So many playmaking heroes nga like what you mentioned. May Lord pa nga na baon dito yung Sulo. And they take in all these second tier towers. Zone ng Naspi. Here comes the Black Dragon form. MJ try to make it some plays. Sino yung nahulid doon? Rex gets taken MJ down. But still, Step Bro yung gusto mo mahuli dito. Double kill for Step Bro.
Pwede na mag-tower lock to. Pwede na mag-tower lock yung Beatrix with the sniper. Actually, mas mahirap na choice pero pwede na rin. Pwede na rin. Mas masarap shotgun. Oh! Clint takes down the Beatrix and mukhang may bawi pa. Burger Team ang Sulo. So, it's gonna be the end of the game as Valiant Esports fail to mount the final push. Medyo interesting yung naging choice ni Step Pro kasi naka-shotgun na siya which usually takes 3 hits lang dun sa final base pero nag-switch pa siya ng sniper so it's a little harder for Valiant Esports to push and that gives another life to Sulo and the gang. Pero again, look at the items ni Beatrix. Sobrang yaman. Kahit yung mga kakampi niya nagbumukhang mahirap dahil sa yaman ni Beatrix.
Pati si Waterpulse dito, no? Siya dapat yung mayaman considering siya talaga yung nagkukuha ng resources dito for Valiant. Lethal counter para makuha yung purple buff. Pero si Zone ng Nasby also making in the plays. Black Dragon form and the back space. Mayumi yung nahuli doon. And the members here of PNU have to back away. Kasi naman, kompleto dito yung mga members ng Valiant Esports. Half na yung HP ng tower dito or main base dito ng PNU. And now Valiant, they are continuing to push forward. Nandito na si Step Bro. They can lock in the tower midnight. And I think this will be or might be a good game well played as a Valiant Esports. They take in game number 1.
Yep, valiant effort really for the team and it really shows na dominating pa rin ang kanilang performance. Even without the favored Selena, they still show up in this game. And again, nakita natin yung yaman ng Beatrix kanina. It is really what entailed the doom here for the squad of Sulo. And ito yung final push. Makikita natin sa highlights. Ang ganda rin ng entrance eh. Yung entry nung tank support. And of course, yung pag-tower lock ni Beatrix. Talagang decidido manalo. Ito yung yung mga Brandon moments eh. Nakaganon ka, focus, di ba? Walang team fight. Talagang tore lang kung tore.
Yeah, very objective base. And I think this is the first time na nakita ko na parang ang bilis na na-end yung game. I think in the 11-minute mark or 12-minute mark, tapos na yung
Yeah,
game.
11.
Sobrang bilis. And I think Valiant Esports, they can do this again, perhaps in the next game if they wanna end early.
Yeah, ang nagpahirap kasi talaga dito is yung momentum nila nung early game. Again, because of the reason na hindi nila makontest yung Cho and Valentina, the Balmond was allowed to really just control the resources of the Baksha. And then si Red, medyo decente naman yung answer niya. Sabi niya, okay guys, tayo mga kalaban niyo sa purple ko, kunin ko na lang yung buff ng kabila. Unfortunately, hindi sila nagtagpo kasi. So parang hindi rin naman nawala ng resources si Balmond and nakadagdag pa ng farm yung hawak ni Waterpulse kasi nga doon siya sa kabilang side ng jungle ko farm. And for the most part, hindi na nakahanap ng bawi si Baksha kasi nga laging niya nasarap yung Cho, Valentina, if not them, the Yuzong. So lagi talaga kina-corner ng Valiant Esports yung PNU solo in every corner.
Alam mo ba, Midnight, nabanggit mo kanina na parang Franco and Baksha, these are two picks na medyo scary nga eh, that you don't want to be going up against. And agad-agad kinuha yun ng PNU. Pero unfortunately, no, yung lineup kasi nila, I think they were expecting it to, syempre meron silang early, the Baksha and the Franco, and then syempre meron din silang insurance for the late game, of course, with the Sicilian. Pero unfortunately enough, that game, it only lasted like what you mentioned, less than 15 minutes. And hindi na napascale yung mga heroes na gusto is ipascale ng PNU.
Yeah, medyo medyo well-rounded naman actually yung comp nila. They have they have an early game skirmishing capable lineup, no? Sila Baksha, sila Franco. Unfortunately, again, mahirap din kasi talaga i-contest yung Valentina. So if they're gonna pull it off once again, I feel like they have to ban out these heroes, no? Yung mga talagang demon, yung mga delubyo sa early game, sila Valentina, sila Selena, even the 1-1 kasi kahit sabihin natin si 1-1 late game hero, you never know 'di ba? Pag sa early game kasi ang problema mo sa kanya, kailangan mamatay siya. Pag di siya namatay, lilipad talaga yung 1-1. So they need to remove these comps na alam mong makaka-disturb sa early game timings mo or have better rotations kasi kanina talagang na out rotate ni
Yeah.
Waterpulse si Red on the back siya.
Yeah, that's true. Yung kumbaga parang ito yung mga sinasabi nila is the more aggressive you are, actually it can pay off. It can be a double-edged sword, but I think for this time it paid really well for Valiant Esports. And of course, by the way guys, if you're seeing yung mga players natin, they're from different universities, diba? And they've been powered by AcadArena. And of course, thank you so much for making this possible for all the student gamers. I would just like to let everyone know also that we have the AcadArena scholarship. So if you guys are interested, we have our newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends, kasi kami ni Midnight, hindi kami nag-aaral. So unfortunately enough, hindi kami pwede dito. So these are open to senior high school and college students. They could apply for the scholarship grant. Simply visit acadarena.com/scholarships and get the chance to be a #AcadArena scholar. And kanina nabanggit to ni Midnight, we will be having the Conquest 2022 happening by the way sa July 23 to 24, dito na rin magaganap ang All-G Finalist Battle. But before the All-G Finalist Battle, kailangan muna ng mga players natin dumaan dito sa atin Alliance Games every week. Here we have it, PNU naman nasa blue side, so they will be having the choice of the first
There
pick.
you go.
Well, yan. Ni Valentina. Well, sila naman yung first pick, pero I feel like baka hindi naman ginagamit ito ng PNU, so they'll just take it out of the equation. Ang hirap talaga ma-open ang isang Valentina.
Pwede rin natin sabihin na one more try di ba? Pwedeng isa pa. And wow, again, Diggy ban for the side of Valiant Esports. So feeling ko talaga feeling ko research na baka nagdidigi si PNU Sulo or talagang gusto nila gumamit ng comp na hindi pwedeng may-shoot ng kalaban yung Diggy. So it is still gonna be the same set of bans, although again, si Valentina ay bago. 1-1 is still gonna be removed here by PNU Solo. So, okay, two boxes are checked na already for PNU Solo, so they can repeat what they did on game number 1, no? I mean, not the actual result, pero repeat what they had in mind. Kumbaga yung comp, yung rotation, pwede nilang ulitin yun. So, Baksha is still up for the taking. Actually, ang dami pang first pick openers, no? Nandiyan pa si Ling, nandiyan pa si Selena, nandiyan pa sila Grox, sila Masha, actually sobrang dami pa
Yeah, sobrang dami. Yeah, actually sasabihin ko lang Midnight ngayon sa current meta sa mga heroes natin. Kumbaga gusto ko lang sabihin is pick your poison. Kumbaga parang piliin mo na lang kung ano yung ayaw mo makatapat, piliin mo na lang yung mga siguro feel nyo kaya yung katapat, and it's going to be the Cryo on the Esmeralda. And syempre naman nabanggit mo rin to Midnight, open rin yung Ling, and of course without a doubt Valiant Esports will be picking this up. So will zone ng Nasty actually pick up the pwede rin actually Baksha side
Time and
for
tide wait for
Valiant
no
Esports.
team
Pero
is
syempre ba naman yung performance ni Step Bro in the last game, it was absolutely fantastic, and of course locking in the Beatrix once again. Syempre ba naman, di ba, if you're on a win streak with that hero, you're gonna keep picking it, and it seems to be like a comfort pick for Step Bro.
Yep, don't fix what is not broken, sabi nga ni Valiant Esports. Pero for PNU Sulo, there's two choices here. You either go back to the Frankov or the Natalia, pero the choice is the Kufra. Okay din naman yung Kufra kasi with aspect and it's also a good counter against the Ling. Pero currently kasi hindi ganun kaganda hindi kaganda yung dynamics between the Kufra and the Ling kasi you all almost are always waiting for the Ling, pero ang ginagawa ng mga Ling ngayon is nag-split push lang. So you need somebody that can deal with the Ling on the side lane. So yung good Ling tsaka XP Ling, kailangan kaya nilang i-outmatch yung Ling, pero with the current meta, there's nobody that can do that. So that's why most teams, they don't opt to go for the Kufra anymore against the Lings. They usually go for yung mga nanggugulo sa jungle. Pero again, PNU Solo does have the team fight down to their lineup. Pero eto na, nakuha na yung Franco sa side ng Valiant Esports. So this is really scary stuff. Kasi ngayon kakampi na ni Step Pro yung Franco. Hindi na niya kalaban. Hindi na niya kailangan matawag sa linya. Sino naman yung mananakot ngayon?
I feel like it might be a Yuzong ban here for PNU Midnight kasi ito yung ginagamit ni Zone ng Naspi and of course a direct answer din dito sa Eve sa side ng PNU.
Yeah.
So it could be a either a mid laner or either kay Zone ng Naspi or Eros lang naman yung magiging ban dito.
Nakainit ako eh. Ako okay,
so
Selena.
Oh,
Wala pa kasing hero si Eros. Tama.
Wala pa siyang heroes.
Oo.
I mean, ano ba yung magandang katapat ng isang Eve? I mean, kasi there is the Sicilian, there is the Lilia, and kadalasan nga before na-nerf itong hero na to, it used to be like an Eve Farsa. Kasi, I mean, without a doubt, like kung nakuha yung Eve, i-open up yung Farsa. So, what could be a hero here for Eros Midnight?
I feel like hindi na nila kailangan isipin yun yung matchup. More like go for somebody that can complement the Franco. Eudora is one. Pero okay, they go for the Sicilian. Medyo awkward na kasi yung interaction ng Franco and Sicilian kasi pares sila magkaiba yung ginagawa. Si Sicilian gusto magstay sa mid. Pero may complement din naman kasi si Franco sa good lane. Nandiyan din naman yung Beatrix para sa supplementary damage. So I feel like Valiant Esports opted to go for the late game route na may kasabayan yung Beatrix. Pero that's gonna give a chance to PNU Sulo. Ito Akai Jungle yung kinuha nila dito. This is first time natin makikita to sa Alliance Games. And that's a really good choice against the Ling, honestly. Kasi kapag bumaba ka gamit yung Tempest of Blade, pwede nyo gamitin yung ultimate. Pero you have to time it perfectly. Kasi hindi pwedeng mo yung ultimate mo basta-basta lang kasi makakancel yan ni Ling.
Yeah, that's true, Midnight. I like how you mentioned timing. I think timing rin yung susi dito para sa side ng PNU. Yung ultimate dito ni Silver Mist, yung ultimate rin dito ni Kufra, and even yung Falling Star Moon dito ni Trex. So I think it's all about timing for PNU when to land in those skills. Habang ang Valiant Esports naman, I think they have this sort of lineup na medyo similar din sa PNU kanina in game number 1. But I think this time, of course, they were given their comfort picks nga, the Ling and even the Beatrix as well as the Franco nasa kanilang kamay.
Interesting nga na inuna pa yung Franco versus the Selena. Pero I feel like pinili nila yung Franco for the sole reason na may Eve kasi. So they want a catch against the hero and hindi ganun ka-reliable si Selena kasi kung ikaw naman yung Selena, hintayin mo magbato muna ng real world manipulation before you throw out the abyssal arrows. So yun yung siguro yun yung ideology din behind the Franco last pick on the first phase. Pero either way, they have the Step Pro MJ combination o yung Beatrix Franco na baka tumambay sa gold lane and kawawain na naman si Mayumi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 2 and it's already a match point by the way para sa Valiant Esports. So one more game to seal the deal para sa kanilang para sa series na to rather. But as for PNU, they need to do this reverse sweeper agad-agad. Zone ng Naspi. Lalo na kung Yuzong ka, no? Tamang pag-cut ng lane, tamang pag-pressure lang. Pero like what you mentioned, Midnight, is going to be an interesting mid-lane matchup dito for Valiant Esports, the Franco and the Sicilian for the side of Valiant.
Yeah. Talagang bantay sarado yung tanks na sa mid lane. And the Wonder, I think, goes to the Ling. So again, faster rotations and faster jungling for Valiant Esports. Kasi nag-start pala ng purple buff si Akai. That's red. Actually, hindi. Si red ata nakakuha noong Little Wonder.
Yeah, so sobrang bilis, no? Lalo na parang ngayon, yung mga junglers talaga mostly on the tanky side. Like what you mentioned nga, Ling, no? Parang medyo maganda rin na pinipick up siya ngayon in the current meta. And so far, Valiant Esports right now, tamang pagkuha lang ng resources, no level 4 power spike yet, but I could be wrong. Tamang folks, again, you have a Sicilian, you have the Beatrix. Kumbaga, tamang pag-chunk lang ng HP before the objectives. 30 seconds before our turtle is up.
Lupit naman red, nakuha ni Waterpulse yung yung Glito, pero sabay sila nag-level 4. Pinatay yung pinatay kagad yung nag-spawn, yung 10 HP. So that gave an extra XP to red, pero lamang naman sa jungle count yung retribution ni Ling. So far, quiet game. Everybody is waiting for their timings. Yung turtle probably is gonna be the first big thing for these two teams, pero lamang din dito actually si si Valiant kasi hawak nila yung Yuzong. Even though may Esmeralda naman yung Sulo, again yung threat kasi ng team fight initiation ng Valiant Esports, pwede sila mag-hero lock dito pwedeng hindi muna sila mag-turtle and decide sila na go sila ng hero, pero late yung entry ng Valiant Esports.
Yeah, actually wondering why hindi nga kinontest yun ni Waterpulse red. Again, this one is going to the side of PNU. They get the first turtle of the game. Of course, I'm actually wondering kung bakit nakapwesto lang dun si Waterfalls Hindi siya nag-attempt mag-steal.
Wala rin kasi hindi pa ready yung yung dragon nila. So si Zone ng Naspi was a little late. Ooh! Grabe naman yung prediction ni Step Pro doon. Sabi niya, piplig rin. Promise. Pagka-flicker ni MJ, nag-flicker din yung Clint, pero naka-ready na kagad yung mga granadang binato ni Step Pro. So, really good play coming out from Valiant Esports and top lane, si Kufra.
Si Kufra yata. Yep, I was gonna say Eastwood yung target dito. Pero si
Grabe
Step
naman.
Pro. Grabe yung aggression. They want to get the kill here.
Wow.
Tinangke na nga dito ni Step Pro, pero might be punished here by Red. And I think Step Pro will be executed. Okay, executed lang pala. Hindi pala nahuli doon ni Red. Pero very, very aggressive play coming in from Step Pro.
Nagamit yung sprint no, ni Beatrix. Talagang hindi siya, sabi niya, mamaya na yun, Tore, mas gusto ko patayin tong si Eastwood. Hero muna, hero. And again, ang yaman na naman nung Beatrix, 2,500 versus the 2,000 na hawak ni Clint. Reload manipulation in the mid lane. Oof, unfortunately, hindi enough para mapatay si Eros. Pero once again, si Step Pro, bago yung Legion Sword, binili niya muna yung 4 na blades. So medyo sayang pera, pero well, lamang pa rin naman siya sa gold.
Okay lang. Game number 1, ganyan rin siya eh. Sobrang yaman to the point na parang lahat ng items, I think parang nakakuha na siya ng 5 items even before everyone else. So I think Step Pro is just doing his best to actually win in the lanes. Ilang beses na bumalik dito si Mayumi to base. I mean, considering na napitas rin siya once, no? So I think most of the time, ang PNU, they will be focusing their all their resources rather to take down Step Pro kasi naman yung performance sa kanina, a maniac on this Beatrix. And right now, ang dami niyang resources na kukuha. Bloody Hook, Bloody Hunt by MJ and Black Dragon form dito coming in from zone ng Naspi. Walang mahuli dito. Will there be a Petrify? And zone ng Naspi. Red. Hurricane Dance dito. Muntikan na. Pero again, the punishment is there as PNU. They get in or they take down zone ng Naspi. Pero ang Valiant Esports naman, they get in the turtle.
Honestly, medyo weird yung clash kasi na-bloody hunt na yung Akai and zone ng Naspi. He thought na enough na yung damage nila para mapatay yung Akai and hindi niya ginamit yung Petrify. Pero nung nag-disperse na yung Sulo, ginamit niya yung Petrify again, I think the Eve. Pero unfortunately, napakalayo pa ng mga kapatid niya. So it's a matter of choice between using Petrify early or not. And he decided to go for the latter, and that ended up being a bad fight for Valiant Esports kasi hindi niya makasunod yung mga kapatid niya. Pero may trade naman, nakuha naman ni Waterfalls yung turtle. So economic battle lamang pa rin ang Valiant Esports. Pero again, Sulo is in a better position right now compared to game number 1.
Again, si Mayumi and Step Bro, this is the lineup that I think a lot of people have been waiting for as well. Yung gold laner matchup ng HOW as well as ng PNU, and right now it's really not looking good for PNU. Sobrang aggressive dito ni Step Bro. And I think in terms of the wave clear, in terms of the parang items as well, Step Bro ang nakakalamang dito. Hindi pa nga siya kumuha ng kanyang boots. Here comes the Bloody Hunt. Sino yung nahuli? Eastwood. Flicker and the ultimate hindi tumama doon and ultimately getting taken down there by Step Bro. One trade. Again, Eastwood trying to make in the place midnight, pero again, Step Bro parate one step ahead of
Kaya nga sobrang bilis mag-react ng Valiant Esports. Narinig nila yung conceal and yung position. Hindi ko alam kung communicated to, pero ganda lagi nung pag-disperse ni MJ tsaka ni Step Pro. Pakaliwa si Step Pro, si MJ pasagod. Kinagat na kagad yung Kufra. And then, imbis na tumakbo si Step Pro, nilabanan. Pinok kasi alam niya, enough yung damage output nila currently para mapatay yung Kufra. Kasi wala na rin yung bouncing ball Wala na yung damage reduction. So alam ni Step Pro na, oy, naglalakad na hero na lang yan.
Ay nako, I think this is the same story na meron tayo sa game number 1. Step Bro really. Kanina sa top side, nandito na rin sa bot side. Step Bro on the killing spree right now. 3 or rather 4-1-1 on this Beatrix. Again, still the same story and Valiant Esports, I think. They will try to take in this turtle. Tempest of Blades dito. Hurricane Dance as well. Black Dragon form. Kinumit na nga dito ni Zone ng Nasty. Grabe talaga yung pagkaka-zone dito. And Silver Mist goes down. Make that 2 para sa side ng Valiant Esports. And they also get in the Turtle Midnight. Grabe naman yung ginagawa dito ng HAU. They want to close this in with a cute sweep. Nice hook there by MJ as Eros gets in the kill 3. Down Nightfall. Star Moon onto 3. Pero napapaatras na lang dito yung Sulo and yung Valiant right after that clash. But still, HAU on the lead right now.
Sobrang ganda naman ng mga sequence of events na yun for Valiant Esports. And one thing that we have to take note, ang sakit na ni Eros. Another hook lands from MJ. It connects. Pinasabugan ng Granada at ng mga paniki and Valiant Esports Ramdam na ng Sulo yung lakas ng mga heroes nila. Ang sakit nung Sicilian, Kim. Napakasakit.
301, naka-mystery shop emblem by the way, kaya naman napakabilis na rin niya nakuha yung lightning truncheon. But HAU, no, talagang relentless on taking in the towers midnight. 3 towers na yung nakuha dito ng Valiant Esports as compared to PNU, wala pa sila nakuha. And of course, yung gold lead, of course, sa side ng Valiant Esports.
The hook!
MJ on the hook. It's just so brilliant. No? Ang ganda ng mga combos dito ng Valiant Esports. So mga parang sakto yung mga skills, sakto yung mga ultimates. It's so nice to watch. But there could be a nice combo here from PNU. Nice jump there by Eastwood. But again, bad impact and bad speed. Sino yung nahuli doon? Rex in the middle of it all. Step Bro taking down to Rex. 1 for none exchange. Valiant Esports pa rin ang nagwawagi. Pero Eros dito, wala siyang sprint. Flicker in sa Valiant takes down Eros and si Zone ng Nasty rin. So 2 for 1 trade dito. May sagot rin naman ang PNU.
Coming out from Mayumi, pero kita natin na kinukulang na damage currently ang Sulo versus Valiant Esports. May bawi naman sila, pero unfortunately, kailangan mag-connect-connect yung mga skills sila. And at the same time, kailangan makabawi sila ng konting gold pa pagdating sa mga items kasi yung damage output ng Valiant currently is just way better compared to Sulo, pero kita naman natin kaya nila, capable sila lumaban ng mga team fights. Ang ganda ng idea kanina, si Eastwood at si Silver Mist, nilockdown nila yung Clint, yung Ling with the real world manipulation, pero to usapang lockdown talagang nahabol, checkpoint ko and kinagat kagad ng Franco, and that's gonna be the death of the Esmeralda. Again, Valiant Esports, talaga nag-hero lang sila. They don't even care about the neutral objectives. Ang gusto lang nila is lalong palakihin yung lead nila. May contesting the enemies. Pag nagko-contest naman yung solo sa objectives.
Ako, yung talaga yung confidence nila, no? Even to the point na parang si Waterpulse hindi na nga niya kailangan mag-retreat dito eh. Step Bro, kanina nakakuha siya ng turtle and right now, Valiant Esports, they get in the first, well, hindi pa naman to Luminous Lord, but they get in the Lord. So again, pretty much the same thing sa game number 1, yung constant pressure on all the lanes as PNU, they only got in 1 tower. Valiant Esports, they can continue to push forward right now, lalo na nararamdaman na natin yung power spike dito ni Eros and even already a given si Step Bro.
Sobrang yaman ni Step Bro. 8-5, yung pinakamayaman sa kanya 6-7, 2,000 gold yun lamang. Pero medyo mayaman niya din ang Mayumi. Uy, gandang pasok!
Grabe talaga yung hook tsaka yung bloody hand combo and even si Step Bro, yung mga bullet shower niya is on point. Nice petrify, gets a double kill para kay Step Bro. 3 members down here for PNU. Kumakatok na rin yung Lord dito sa base. Mayumi and Trex na lang yung natitira dito, pero MJ yung mga hooks niya talaga best hooks.
Yung damage.
Lord, buhay pa rin, pero I think it might be... Uy, sobrang aggressive naman to ni Step Bro, trying to go in for the tower lock. They could be punished here. MJ, yung nahuli dito, there is the pinch poise here for Waterpulse. Fortunately enough, able to dive away from that. Ang aggressive nun, no, Midnight?
Masyadong natuwa si...
Masyadong natuwa si
Step Bro. Nakita niya, sabi niya, guys, may Lord. Kasi hindi niya nakita isang tira na lang yung Lord para mapatay.
Tower lock.
Kaya nga, isang tira lang ng base, napatay yung Lord, sabi ni Step Bro, teka lang, wala na pala akong minions. Kahit naka-shotgun, syempre, yung damage reduction pa rin pumapasok sa base kapag walang minions nearby sa vicinity, ay talagang nagkikick in. And although may delay yun, pero the damage output from Step Bro wasn't really enough at that moment. So hindi pa na-close out to ng Valiant Esports. Feeling ko, kasi, tinatry nilang i-beat yung game number 1 record nila. Oh, gandang Tyrant Rage!
Ganda ng Tyrant's Rage as well as the real world manipulation from the backside. Pero si Zone ng Naspi, nakita doon si Silver Mist gets taken down and bullet shower again from Step Bro. Waterpulse, nagugulo na rin dito. Muntikan na yun. Waterpulse able to escape. Nice initiation once again by Valiant Esports. Si Miss ang target doon and I think still Valiant Esports, they have to take in this next Lord. 40 seconds na lang before this is up. Purple buff, nakuha na rin pala dito ni Eros.
Magiging problema pa to yung Sicilian ng Valiant Esports. Ito yung nakakatakot sa lineup nila. Meron silang team fight, meron silang skirmish, meron silang pick-off, and meron silang damage output. Actually, overwhelming damage output nila. Naku po, MJ, nasa lugar ka!
Ako, flicker in and the bloody hand combo, pero sakit na rin dito ni Eros. There is 2 members down again from the side of PNU. Habang yung Lord 10 seconds na lang, magiging mahirap to for PNU to actually contest this. And ito yung sinasabi natin, Midnight, ang hirap, lalo na parang hanggang kailan mo madedefuse.
Kaya nga eh. Ayun, may naka-ready ng sniper oh.
Oo.
Nakatutok na oh. Ang dadaan dito, mababaril.
Ayan. Tamang ano lang, pakita lang ng sniper. Pero Valiant Esports, again, um, objective-wise, they are on point and now they will be taking in, I think, this first Luminous Lord without any contest from the side of PNU.
Grabe, laki ng gold lead. 10,000 gold lead for Valiant Esports. And right now, they're just waiting for the next door. Conceal play, hindi mapit yung hook kay Kufra. Pero again, this is just gonna allow us more setups here for Waterpots and the squad. May hawak na purple buff din si Ling. So this likely is the final push for Valiant Esports.
Yep. I think lalo na si Silver Mist dito, hindi talaga nakakapwesto. There is the threat of MJ's hook. Kumbaga, dalawa na nga dito sa side ng PN yung naka-purify pala. Pero still, napakaganda ng mga initiation na ginagawa dito ng Valiant Esports. Kumbaga, tamang ano lang dito eh. Tamang panakot lang dito si MJ. Kumbaga, there is also the immortality here for him. So just in case he gets caught in a sticky situation, here comes the Lord. Namumuwartin na ating middle lane. Valiant Esports, they can go in for the push. But again, this is still the first level Lord. Pero uy, ang sakit naman. Bawat bato. And I think it is going to be a tower lock. And Valiant Esports will be taking in this series with a clean sweep.
Finally, naging successful yung final push ni Stepbro, no? Again, this is the dangers of facing a Beatrix. And those moments, kailangan mong tignan yung entry point ng Beatrix. And at that point, na masyado sila na tunnel vision dito for Sulo on the last team fight. Dito makikita natin sa highlights, no? Look at the positioning of the Beatrix. Again, masyado na tunnel vision yung Sulo sa harap nila. Nagpakita yung Ling, nagpakita rin si Yuzong. Pero look at Stepbro. Tamang daan sa gilid, 3 shots of the shotgun, and that's the end of the game. Medyo ano na to, nagiging staple na, nagiging rule na kay Mobile Legends na if you give Beatrix the space to hit your base 3 times, wala na. It's over.
Kanina, napakaaga niya kumuha ng BOD. Again, this was the clash. Ang ganda, no? Ang ganda ng mga combos dito from Valiant. It's not just PNU like what you mentioned na dapat synchronize yung ultimates. Even yung Valiant Esports in this very game, sobrang coordinated nila.
Sobrang bilis nila mag-punish. Kumaga pag nakakita sila ng maling, kunwari, nakakita sila ng hero na nasa maling part ng mapa, like si T-Rex, nakita natin kanina si Mayumi, instant, laging may tatlong sumasama, tapos papatay nila yung target na yun, and then they translate that into objective. So really well done here by Valiant Esports. Very nice shot calling, nice communication, and overall a dominating game for Holy Angel University.
They will be taking in the series, no? Kasi syempre gigil na rin sila bumawi. They were swept last time by UST, and right now nakabawi naman sila konti sa PNU. But that is it for our series. And again, we would like to thank our partners, our sponsors for making Alliance Games possible. Of course, we would like to thank Globe, our official telco sponsor, and Logitech G, our official gaming gear. This is Burger Kim at midnight. Magbabalik po ang Alliance Games for the next series. Huwag kayong mawala. Don't go away. But we'll be taking a short break.
That makes me cool like crazy.
Why, brother? Why must we Paxleys all take the path of magic? Am I such a disgrace to this house, big brother? been expecting you. Big brother!
I don't recall giving the orders.
Elders of the house give the order, Your Grace!
But it's not my order.
The elders said it was our only chance. Not even Your Grace could stop us!
I don't need your pretentious favor. We end it all today!
We still have time. Even if we don't, they don't have a say. Has it started? It's time for you to know the truth. If you don't want to die, follow me.
Those who stand in my way, die! Bow before the King of the Inferno! Come! Candle Moth! All will die away in ashes, and you are no exception!
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I become a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena,
Before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
in different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
What I want. This is what I want. What I want. This is what I want. That thing that makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Let me break it down. It's a material world. Show me what you got. I hope you came prepared right there. If you give me the thing that I want, wanna get that thing that makes me cool like crazy. That's that desire, that's lit. No if, no buts, no maybes. It's what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. What I want. This is what I want. That thing that makes me cool like crazy.
Why, brother? Why must we Paxleys all take the path of magic? Am I such a disgrace to this house, big brother? Finally, I've been expecting you, big brother!
I don't recall giving the orders.
Elders of the house give the order, your grace!
But it's not my order.
The elders said it was our only chance. Not even your grace could stop us! I don't need your pretentious favor. We end it all today!
We still have time. Even if we don't, they don't have a say. Has it started? It's time for you to know the truth. If you don't want to die, follow me.
Those who stand in my way, die! Bow before the King of the Inferno! Come! Candle Moth! All will die away in ashes, and you are no exception!
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I became a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, Your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
in different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
What I want. This is what I want. What I want. This is what I want. That thing, that bling, that thing that makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Let me break it down. It's a material world. Show me what you got. I hope you came prepared right there. If you give me the thing that I want, wanna get that thing, that X that makes me cool like crazy. That vibe inside, that's lit. No if, no buts, no maybes. It's what I want.
Why, brother? Why must we Paxleys all take the path of magic? Am I such a disgrace to this house, big brother?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Alliance Games featuring MLBB, co-presented by Globe and powered by Logitech G. Dubbed by the community as the UAAP/NCAA of Esports, Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are hashtag AllG to compete in multiple esports titles and represent their campus. My name is Uomi, and with me is Burger Kim, and we'll be your casters for tonight's show. Kamusta ka naman dyan, Burger Kim?
I'm good. I'm good, actually. It's a Sunday, Mother's Day. So right after this, I'm actually heading over to my mom because she's actually waiting in a coffee shop for me because, I mean, she doesn't
Wow.
understand all this. So I have to explain to her, like, okay, this is people playing games and they're trying to win the championship and meron talagang ganitong klaseng platform right now. And she really doesn't understand because she thinks I'm just playing. Like, it's an excuse for me to play games. But
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm sure your mom have seen your work as well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all over the internet. Recently, you've hosted like I think the post game of the pro scene for MLBB as well. But we are entering the first game of this best of 3 series between Panthera Esports and Mad Science. This looks to be another, let's say, crucial series, considering that they are fighting for a slot inside the group stage. They're gonna ban out the Valentina for their first ban of the game.
I think this is something you really wouldn't want to give anyone kahit first pick ka pa, or maybe even like I just honestly, like, even in ranked games, it's one of the top banned heroes as well. I think despite the nerfs that MLBB gave the Valentina, I think it's a game changer still. Yung ultimate niya. I mean, really, you can basically copy anyone like in the game. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy because we've seen crazy highlights as well coming in from Valentinas. It's one of those heroes that really does give you that highlight-worthy play, especially if you're able to pull it off. And just recently, I think a few months ago, we've discovered that it's not just a mid lane mate, but you could also flex it inside the XP lane, or sometimes something I've learned from our caster earlier in Midnight, you can even play it in the jungle. So the second ban, tatanggalin nila ang Savior. A lot of highlights as well coming in from this mage. Global ultimates, pero balita ko, parehas Karina gods yung junglers natin dito. Will it warrant the ban on the red side?
Well, perhaps it could be a ban here. Not, I mean, it's a given. Like, if ever they don't ban it, it will be picked up. And yeah, it's not going to be banned out. It means that this is a call for Panthera Esports to pick it up right now, like the Karina. And I've heard this elsewhere na Karina wins games daw. So will it be the same here in AcadArena? Will Karina win games? I mean, it has been in the meta for quite some time. Tank Karina, even damage Karina. So I think Panthera Esports can pick it up, considering that this is a comfort pick for both sides. So they can start out with that, or maybe I was gonna say Baksha, but yeah, it is a comfort pick, and definitely, without a doubt, kukunin yan ng Panthera Esports.
Yeah, and I like how you mentioned Baksha, because Baksha could be the option for Mad Saiyans here. They could potentially get the Baksha in order to just put down the pressure as well, the mobility, the tankiness, the anti-heal features that comes in with the Baksha. But of course, the Beatrix will be the lock-in for the side of Mad Saiyans. Alam naman natin kung gaano kasakit ang isang Beatrix sa gold lane. Pero sabi nila, mamaya na ang Baksha. Hindi naman na magbabaksha yung kabila. Let's take this Sicilian.
Yeah. Kung masakit lang itong dalawang lineup na to, God, the Beatrix and the Sicilian being locked in, this is just like a call for Panthera Esports to, you know, maybe have something to answer out to these two heroes that really scale up well. And maganda itong pick na Franco. I've seen I think Rami Yuki played this for Panthera Esports, and I think it's a great initiator. And to add to yung sakit na sinasabi natin, the 1-1 will be picked up here by Panthera Esports. In my personal opinion, I think it is one of the best gold laners right now.
Yep, definitely. After the mini rework on that 1-1, na tatlo na lang yung kailangan mo i-proc para makapag-ulti. The 1-1 pick rate and win rate as well has risen up. Sobrang lakas na talaga ng 1-1 ngayon. In fact, one of the priority picks as well in the most recent playoffs of the Pro League. Talagang 1-1 is given the priority and respect she deserves apart from that Beatrix. And the Grok as well, no? The recent tank meta, the tank shift, the shifting for the tanks, ang daming pwedeng mo sabihin about it. Grok has been one of the best tanks out there because of his passive na kapag nag-build ka ng physical damage, you're gonna get tankiness as well.
Gosh, it's either like the high-end Dry Emblem, the Weapons Master Grok, and it's just really painful. Lalo na kung naka-items na tong Grok na to, but the Rot ban. So it could be maybe an Esmeralda pickup here for Mad Science. Sa kanilang lineup, since they really don't have a side laner. I'm just guessing this Grok might actually be a roamer for the side of Mad Science. Pero last ban here for Panthera Esports, they still don't have a jungler. Medyo na-predict nila kasi D-Rot ban. So sige, tagalin na natin yung Esmeralda. So maybe, again, the Grok is very flexible right now. Pwede rin siya maging side laner. So now, Mad Science, will they pick up their jungler already? Since, I mean, this is already it, the second phase.
Yeah. They could potentially get their jungler and potentially their side laner as well. Nasabi mo naman na pwede yung Grok ilagay sa XP lane, but now that the Esmeralda is picked, the D-Roth is banned, the Uranus will have free lane inside the XP lane, but we did forget that the Masha exists. And you could flex that in the jungle if gusto nilang jungle Masha to. But again, Masha is just extremely strong even if you put it in the XP lane or the roam boss 5. Now, how will Panthera Esports respond from this?
Yeah, the mid laner. Ang dami natanggal dito. The Eve, the Valentina, and the Savior. Someone that could go up against a Sicilian, maybe a Lilia. Ano pa ba yung mga open here? But they want to go for the dive setup. So this is like very solid dive setup from Panthera. Meron kang Karina, meron kang Paquito, and then you also got the Lunox for that extra dive potential na pwedeng gawin dito ng Panthera Esports. So this is really scary. Pero if Mad Science, they pick up this Diggy, it could completely change the tides for them.
Yeah, because I see a lot of all-in, a lot of pick-up potential on the side of Panthera Esports. But if you look at like the side of Mad Science, they have good scaling on the Sicilian and the Beatrix, good range as well. And as you said, they lock in that Diggy, which means a lot of the all-in potential coming in from the side of Panthera Esports could be potentially neutralized. But the thing is, like, there's not much CC to actually cancel out with a Time's Journey. So, man, this is looking like a late game win for Mad Science if ever they do extend the game. But early to mid game, Panthera Esports, parang nasa kanila ang bola.
Oo, talaga. I feel like this could be a early game snowball for Panthera since meron silang Karina in their lineup. And like what you mentioned, Omi, earlier, na comfort pick ito for both Mad Science and Panthera Esports. And yun nga, hindi na ban out, gives it to Panthera Esports. And I think this could be like potentially a fast game, but not unless like Panthera Esports like would make in some mistakes, makes in some parang questionable plays. This could actually, favor the side of MSU when it comes to
Definitely. Let's enter game number 1, of course. Before we start, the Alliance Games wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors. Alliance Games is co-presented by Globe Telecom and powered by Logitech G. Game number 1 between PEO and MTE. This is Panthera Esports versus Mad SAIYANS. Ano kaya ang may expect natin in this early game setup? Jungle Karina pala versus the Masha.
Yeah, it is going to be fast. I mean, both of them can rotate pretty fast, the Masha and even the Karina. Pero what I'm curious to see as well is the combo here from PEO, the Franco and the Lunox combo. Lalo na parang mid laner mo, Sicilian. This is really
I think, did the Franco actually steal that away? I didn't see it, but munti ka na. I feel like super munti ka na. Konti na lang. It was almost a steal from Lycus here. So Franco really is one of those, let's say, offensive roam boss 5s. They really want to disrupt the enemy jungle. And look at this, aggressive rotation coming in from PEO.
Oh, binababysit dito si Rat is dead. I mean, how do you control a 1-1 sa lane? I think I've heard it somewhere na it's a diggy. Like, just spam in those bombs there para hindi
Mhm.
makalapit dito si Jisoo. And para makakuha rin ng opening dito si Rat is dead to poke in the towers to get in some goals. And, you know, we've seen in the first series, sobrang yaman ng Beatrix ni Step Bro to the point that it was just able to snowball like from the mid game up until the late game. I think MTE, they could go this way.
Yeah, and I think last series as well, we did see that Beatrix just shine. Kitang-kita na kaya talaga ni Step Pro from HAU to carry. And sinabayan pa nung Ling na walang kills ni Waterfalls. Iba talaga ang meta ngayon. Pero ito na nga, the Flicker player Raph is dead. Might just be dead. First blood on the 1-1, and this is bad news for MTE.
God, sobrang on point yung hook dito ni Lycos. Just the hook and then the flicker combo to the point that he was able to predict it. But now, Turtle nakuha ng MTE. Bad space dito.
Nice times journey coming in from Sakerio. And that is a 1-for-1 trade-off. MTE, they get one back quickly.
Yeah, here's the thing. Pwede kasi bait out dito ng PEO yung times journey ni Sakerio. I mean, right after that, diba, pwede na sila mag-initiate even further. Like, maybe the hook, then bait out the times journey here from Sakerio. And then right after that, PEO can go in for some counter-offensive play.
And speaking of counter offense, MTE, they do have the kit to counter initiate as well. They have Ryuk on this Grok, one of the best counter initiators out there. It's so hard to reach a Sicilian, but right now we are seeing a 3-man rotation near the XP lane. They kind of called quits. I mean, it's still a Grok. You need to respect that, right?
Grok on a high and dry emblem. I think he's going for the Malefic Roar sa first item, if I'm not mistaken. But now Jisoo is just really not having a good time here. Alam ito ng PEO. Kaya rin nakapwesto sila dito sa bot lane. I mean, how do you control a 1-1? Just not let it farm, right? You make your gold laner win. And right now, it's just MTE winning on this gold side. Habang, I feel like parang MTE alam nila yun eh. So, they just really have to put in all their resources for now here sa ating bot side.
Yeah, and speaking of resources, no, MTE, they are ahead by a few 100,000, 1K rather, few hundreds against a PEO, but this is still anybody's game. We are yet to see big objective fights. The upcoming turtle is around 20 seconds from now, which means PEO could potentially go in for the all-in na pinag-usapan natin kanina during the draft.
Kalsidi.
Oh, nice knock-up, pero nasuppress dito, kinain ni Lycos, and that's going to be a kill for the Lunox as we head on to a pause. Ano kayang nangyari doon? Pero going back, no, that was such a quick fight na ang daming tamaan ng crowd control with the Paquito. But then again, iba talaga yung suppress ni Franco. That Bloody Hunt is one of the most lethal ultimates out there.
It's kind of like me when I don't get the hooks right in the Franco. Like when you hook, you miss it. Yung ginagawa na lang is like flicker, bloody hunt. It's still pretty much very effective. And I think that's what Panthera Esports is doing. Kahit hindi tumama dito yung hooks, they just go in for the bloody hunt. And pretty much, like what you mentioned, yung suppression is just, it really, really matters to the side of Panthera Esports.
Yeah, I mean, yung flicker bloody hunt is the best way to secure kills. We've seen it several times already. And the best part about the flicker bloody hunt is you could follow up with your hook immediately after your bloody hunt ends, just to make sure that you have that crowd control over that one target that you absolutely want erased inside a fight. But as we are heading into this pause, let's talk about the current happenings in this game. Mukhang anybody's game to, and that's good news for Mad SAIYANS because they want to just extend this game, rocking the Sicilian, rocking the Beatrix. The longer this game goes, Mad SAIYANS, mas gusto nila yun.
I mean, you can see the aggression na ginagawa ng Panthera Esports, diba? They're really trying to get in all the kills. They're really trying to make this early game matter because they know na, you know, once it reaches the mid game, once it reaches the late game as well, it's going to favor the side of Mad SAIYANS because they have the Beatrix nga and the Sicilian, like what you mentioned. And if I'm not mistaken, naka-mystery shop emblem pa yung Sicilian doon, which means that mas mabilis siya makakuha ng items.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like a good time if you're Sicilian na nakakakuha ka ng farm mo, nakakalasit ka, and you're getting items. Yung the fact that you're not getting bullied inside your lane, that is one of the best ways to win a Sicilian game. But of course, ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari sa laro na to. We are yet to actually enter our first big lord or first big turtle fight as we headed into this pause. So as we are waiting for this pause to end, let's discuss something about the alliance, of course. I think very exciting yung news naman na nakikita natin about Conquest happening in July 23 to 24. Ang dami nating guests na sobrang, let's say, international na sikat. Meron din tayong mga local na sikat na invite as guests. And for the fans of MLBB or MPL here, V-Wise, for former Blacklist International, for like back-to-back champion, M3 world champions, will be guests on Conquest on July 23 to 24. So if wala pa kayong tickets ngayon, I suggest you guys buy it now. Kumbaga, kahit I'm not the one to tell you na umutang kayo sa magulang nyo, but if wala kayong savings and nagkakaubusan na ng ticket, minsan finesse your way inside, like maghugas ka ng pinggan sa bahay mo, maglinis ka ngayong gabi. Ano pa bang pwede mong gawin? Na Mother's Day ngayon, pasayain mo yung nanay mo tapos umutang ka pambili ng ticket sa Conquest.
Si Omi, tried and tested na yata to. I feel like he's done this before and it's quite effective. And I've done my own ways rin on how to get my tickets to like concerts. But I think this, guys, you really wouldn't want to miss this Conquest Festival.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they've also announced like some if you guys are fans of Genshin Impact, there will be some like voice actors as well here. So it's just a lot of action going on sa Conquest Festival. Happening, by the way, in July 23 to 24.
Pwede kayo magdala ng mga favorite posters nyo ng mga characters at magpa-sign sa mga voice actors at sa mga personalities na makikita nyo sa event na yun. But going back to this game, we talked about turtle fights. 1.8 HP in this turtle. Gonna be secured by the Karina here. They're gonna go in for the fight here. Paquito will be trapped inside the Sanguine Claws. Almost a big fight, but they called quits kasi alam na ng NTE. Nakuha na yung turtle. Ano pang point yung paglaban natin dito?
True. Napansin ko rin pala IGN dito ni Cecilian, no? I wanna be a 2-2B. Bakit nga ba? Why?
Hindi ko rin alam eh. Ano bang perks of being a 2-2B? Pero baka wala lang siyang magawang IGN ngayon, no? Ano ba bang mga IGN na nakakatuwa dito? Mukhang very, it's very common. Parang ano na yun eh. Normal na yung mga IGN ng iba eh.
Yung Rami Yuki dito, napansin ko lang. I'm not so sure if this is from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. Like, parang character siya sa Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I have to refresh myself. But yeah, it sounds very familiar.
I mean, right now, these students are still trying to make a name for themselves. And while we're waiting for the big objective fight, mukhang disiplinado tong mga teams natin. Ito yung tipo na hindi lalaban kung walang pinaglalaban. Pero that does force the conceal play, the Renner Wesker play. Pero naunahan siya ng Lunox. And here comes the Masha. Hindi na iwasan ng Thundercap and Lycos to Spinex. At mukhang mahihila. Hindi naman pala. Makakaiwas dito si Sakerio. MTE. They do lose out on one there. Yung Beatrix para sa Lunox.
Yeah, kaka-BOD lang yan. Pero again, if you're going up against Lunox, no, naunahan lang siya. Again, dead on this. Pero pretty much MTE, they have been controlling Jisoo kanina pa. Pero, I mean, Jisoo's doing quite well right now.
Jisoo is just recently been killed there, but Sanguine, he wants to go all in. Might just be the Karina reset. He's trying to find na Kyle Easy ng Mars ay makakatakas. Medyo nabulag ako dun sa pangalan niya, napakahaba. But he will be surviving that encounter. Hindi masyadong aggressive yung Karina, no? Kumbaga alam niya yung mga limitasyon niya, but they will be losing out on this gold lane tier 1.
Dito ni Caltizi, considering that this is actually a comfort pick for him as well. Like, lalo na if this hero, you know how to use it, you know how to pretty much like dodge and all that. Tapos ang ganda ng sidestep na ginawa niya kanina. And right now, speaking of Caltizi ng Mars, without a contest, MTE will be getting in the second turtle once again.
TZ is going in. Sanguine Claws, just the tip of it lands. And that is such a well-placed ability coming in from I Wanna Be at 2-2B. MTE, they're gonna get the turtle plus the kill.
Satisfying to watch that. Yung Sanguine Claws and then you land the Bat's impact. It's just really, really so nice to watch. Especially since, like, I Wanna Be a 2-2B is already 2-0-0 on the Sicilian. Clock of Destiny going to the Lightning Truncheon. 7 minutes pa lang. Speaking of Lightning Truncheon, ayan na nga. Being purchased here by I Wanna Be a 2-2B.
That's a big power spike. Here comes the Bloody Hunt. The damage is real coming in from this graph. Killing spree for the Sicilian as the Lunox goes down. Ryuk is still alive. He's gonna flicker outside of this fight. Jisoo looking for a reset. Pero sabi niya yung coin grab na lang. And that is going to be a cross-map kill all the way down gold lane. Beatrix for the trade. It is a 2-for-none in favor of MTE.
So fast. I like how I want to be a 2-2B is able to fly in this game. Literally like flying right now, 3-0-0 on this Sicilian. What more later on pagdating natin sa mid to late game natin. It's going to be really deadly for the side of PEO. They know that very well. I feel like they should be a little bit more aggressive. Katulad nga nasabi mo, medyo passive sila. Pero tingnan mo naman, yung
Ayan
bat
ang
speed.
aggressive na sinasabi mo, Burger King. Pinasok na lang ng MTE and late game is real. 8 minutes pa lang. Sobrang sakit na ng Sicilian. 3-0-1 rocking that mystery shop. Napakabilis ng mga items. Napakabilis ng scaling in MTE. They know they have the firepower and they're not stopping. Look at this. Si Jesu, malapit na. Isa na lang. Naabutan pa. MTE. They might just go for the Lord.
Yeah, 10 seconds. I feel like the way they have controlled this map, makuha na to ng MTE without a doubt. Like they won their top lane, they won their bottom lane, and now PEO they're just really struggling on where to go right now. As MTE sinisimulan na nga tong Lord to field play. Wala pa.
Field play, wala pa namang mahanap, and I feel like PEO it's gonna be incredibly risky for them to go for this. Konti lang na magkakamali nila, they might just pay for the entire game. They do get Kyle TC away from that Lord area, but look at the Grok. Looking at the Lunox, he goes down. 1/4 HP on this Lord. PEO, they gotta surrender this. MTE secures the first Lord of the game.
Yep, nice bloody hunt there. But ultimately, napunish ulit sila ng MTE. They got the Lord, and right now, this is a call for MTE to push in further sa kanilang lanes. And oh yeah, speaking of, it's not just the top and bottom lane that they won. They also won in the mid side. So napakaraming map, or kumbaga yung buong map, this is under MTE's hold right now. They won it, and ang ganda rin yung ginagawa kanina ng MTE dun sa bot side. Si Jesu hindi pa natin masyado nakikita nagpa-pop up, hindi pa siya masyadong lumilipad yung kanyang 1-1. And right now, MTE, power spike for the Sicilian, napunta na rin sa kanya yung purple buff.
Yeah, MTE right now, they are already scaled up. This is the late game composition that we are looking at a mid-game power spike dahil napaka-effective ng ginawa nilang farming. They gave away the comfort pick arena on the side of PEO knowing that they're well prepared for it. They're gonna push around the XP lane. Massive engage coming in from MTE, and the Sicilian takes one. Lycus is down, and he might just get a double kill here with the Karina. And this is just an immediate 5v3. The Paquito is trapped. Gotta flicker away, but the disarm is there. No more damage, but the turret will be going down. Jesu going in for the reset, but he has no damage still in the space of the game. MTE cleanly getting 2+ an inhibitor turret.
Crazy flicker wild charge, and then right after that, the bat squeeze and the bat's impact was just too much to handle for the side of PEO. Ryuk, it's just a very commendable play coming in
What
from him.
was that? Look at the Wesker damage! Wrath is dead. Almost landing that Renner shot. MTE. What a power spike. A display of dominance that they're doing right now.
Yeah, this dive composition for PEO is just really not working well. I mean, considering like they could really dive in the heroes here of MTE. Sicilian, Beatrix, but really the early game, what MTE did in the early game really mattered, and right now they're just reaping the rewards one by one.
You know, right now, like this weapon mastery Beatrix, ito yung lagi nating nakikita eh. Weapon mastery na talaga ang Beatrix ngayon. That bonus damage that comes in from your emblem and all the damage that you build up. Look at the items. Like you have the BOD, may Malefic Roar ka pa, plus the Hunter Strike. When you combine all of that plus your emblem choice, grabe talaga yung damage ng Wesker eh. Hindi mo ma-expect na ganun kalaki this part of the game.
Yeah, it's crazy, no? And MTE really here, Sakerio, Ryuk, just giving the giving like MTE the damage dealers like proper positioning. Like, how can you reach these heroes, right? See, I want to be a 2-2B, see Rat is dead. When you have Ryuk there, front lining for you, but I might be wrong.
Oh no, Sakerio! I can't believe this. He actually just ran away, but he's gonna die eventually. But they will be able to trade it out with Lycus. A 1-for-1 trade, but they burned so many on that Diggy alone. And now Ryuk is looking for an engage, pero sabi niya, wag na muna. They're gonna go face the Lord. And this might just be a free one if hindi mag-engage yung PEO.
If you have a Diggy, right, it doesn't spawn back to the base. It spawns directly where you're at, right? So, ang ganda ng vision rin na binibigay niya sa MTE. And yeah, very fast Lord for MTE right now. And by the way, this is the Luminous Lord already.
we're looking at a Masha, a Beatrix, and a somewhat fed or an fed Sicilian. Let's just put facts here: 6-0 and 3. Already building towards tanky items. Hirap na nga patayin with the Bat's Feast. Dinagdagan mo pa ng tanky items. I wonder how PEO could potentially survive this Sicilian.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Dominance Eyes for the additional mana. Like, a lot of people have been wondering why a Sicilian would purchase the Dominance Eyes. It's for the extra mana and also to counter the counter region towards the healing heroes here for the set of PU. Interesting choice, Ren. Going for the Radiant Armor, of course, to counter out the potential dive nga. Lalo na alam niya, the heroes here of PU would
Whoa!
want to get him.
Look at that! Sanguine Claws coming in from this Sicilian. He is on fire. A 4v5 scenario, but that is the Karina going down from the damage coming in from the Beatrix. Corpse, he's trying to make a play here. Nice knockout punch. Pero mahuhuli siya na predict. And game 1 will be going to MTE.
God, even though they got the comfort pick, well, it didn't play out so well for them. The 1-1 as well. There's so many meta heroes that went to the side of PEO, but Mad SAIYANS, they were just really very dominant in this game.
Yeah, I mean, MTE in this game, they knew their power spikes. They knew how to farm safely and effectively. Sadly for Panthera Esports, medyo naunahan sila sa pwesto. And even if they had like all this all-in capabilities, parang hindi nila masyado nagamit, no?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you click in the sprint here for the Sicilian, tapos may matamaan lang yung Bat's Feast mo, Bat's Impact. It was just pretty much a sure kill. Lalo na parang the Sicilian, you don't really need that much. Like you don't need the other damage output items. As long as you have the Lightning Truncheon, you're pretty much covered. Which is why I was actually wondering why like TUPT was fronting here. Like if you're a Sicilian, you really want to stay onto the backside, but he was really extra aggressive in this game. It's just a given na nagkuha pala siya ng defensive items, and right after that, you just really don't need that much. Look at that. To be going all the way in with the sprint, taking down the heroes here of PEO, it's just pretty much parang ano eh, yung mystery shop emblem niya, he used it very wisely, and right after that was just pretty much Mad SAIYANS' game.
Yeah, and late game Sicilian came in early this time around. Usually we see it at around 15 minutes, 16 minutes, but Mad SAIYANS, I feel like they put more emphasis in trying to put their 1-1 out there and forgot about the Sicilian completely. There are a lot of adjustments for Panthera Esports rather to make in game number 2, considering that game number 1, let's say early game, kaya naman sana, but then again, a lot of stuff happened. Medyo naging unfortunate na hindi sila makapag-deal dito kay Sicilian. But Mad SAIYANS, they are one step closer to the group stage. Again, for our viewers out here, pinaglalabanan po ng teams natin dito ang slot for the group stage at every game na mapapanood nyo ngayong araw ay crucial po. So Mad SAIYANS, one more game, they will be getting that slot in the group stage. But before we enter game number 2, of course, just want to invite you guys again to follow AcadArena on TikTok. And if you're interested in scholarships, go to their website at acadarena.com. Imposibleng hindi nyo makita ang scholarships tab doon sa upper right. And of course, if you're down to attend a gaming convention na nandun na lahat ng gusto mong gawin that's involving esports, Web3, and a lot of other guests na sikat internationally and locally, book or rather buy your tickets now. Conquest will be happening on July 23 to 24. Huwag ka na mag-cram. Okay lang mag-cram ng projects na may deadline. Pero yung tickets kasi nagkakaubusan po tayo. So, might as well get it as soon as you can for your friends even. Kasi syempre mas masaya mga conventions kapag may kasama kang mga kaibigan. Burger Kim, recently we've been into a LAN event for Mobile Legends. How was your experience in the LAN event setup? Kasi SMX din yun.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like you're having these LAN events. I mean, I'm really happy this is happening. Once again, I haven't been to a LAN event for 2 years, which goes to show how long I've been in quarantine, guys. Like I'm just like going back and forth, like home, and just keeping my bubble small. But attending a LAN event is just really, I think for most people who haven't experienced it yet, you really have to like the excitement is real. You can be with people who love the game as well. So I mean, for Conquest Festival particularly, I feel like this is a convention full of different people who have similar interests, and I feel like it would be nice to connect with people there as well. So like what Omi said, If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, maghugas na kayo ng pinggan, magpakitang gilas na kayo today. Total, it's Mother's Day. Everyone is happy. It's a Sunday. So, you can find your ways if you want to get that ticket.
Yeah, and we're just waiting for the players to get ready for game number 2 no. As we get ready for game number 2, what adjustments do you think Panthera Esports could actually do, considering that, again, it was a close game in the early to the mid game?
Yeah, I mean, the Karina, I still feel like they could pick it up. I mean, it's still a different thing, diba? Kung nakuha mo yung comfort pick mo, yung comfort hero mo, I feel like you can really play well with it. But I think for Mad Science, parang meron naman silang 1-1 eh. The thing is, sobrang na-control yung 1-1 nila in game number 1 with the Diggy and the Beatrix. I feel like either... I'm not so sure if they will ban out like specific heroes right now. Perhaps the Diggy, which what Series 1 did. They actually banned out the Diggy for the entire series. That could be a way if they want to pick up the 1-1. Or maybe shake things up. Ibahin na lang natin, wag na lang 1-1. Maybe something else to go up against the Beatrix. Or maybe they can pick up the Beatrix.
Time and
Yep,
tide
and
wait for
Beatrix,
no man.
just as you said, Burger Kim, entering game number 2, they will be banning it in the first phase. Pinakauna, sabi nila, ayaw na namin yan. We're not gonna be facing the Beatrix even if we played it in game 1. Kasi alam nila, pagka... Sorry about that. That's my lunch speaking. Na pag binigay nila yung Beatrix sa kabila, it might just be the same scenario that they themselves put on Panthera Esports. But as we seen earlier as well, Valentina ay tatanggalin din on the side of Panthera. Standard bans as we see, Savior also out. A lot of similar bans coming in from game 1. The Masha and the Karina, however, open pa rin.
Yeah, they could pick it up right now for the side of Mad Science since hindi napunta sa kanila and it is a comfort pick for them as well. But the Masha, like what you mentioned, will be taken out. So this could be, again, Mad Science. Sila yung nanalo kanina, match point already for them. So why not pick up their comfort hero as well? Yung Karina, they could start out with that. Or maybe if not the Karina, maybe they could pick up perhaps like the Basha. Yeah, go that route, right? There's just so many heroes open, and like what I told Midnight earlier, pick your poison na lang. Kung anong gusto nyong i-handle, di ba? Sobrang daming heroes open right now. So, I feel like maybe this could be a Karina pick.
Among the planes exists the
That is a
equilibrium,
swerve, however.
which
Like, they
I
will
was
be
made
getting the
for.
Eve instead. We know for a fact that Eve is strong, but I feel like this is more of a pick that doesn't really reveal a lot of things for the side of Mad Science, because we know for a fact that Eve will be position 4, but it is a solid pickup to the point that it's not really counterable immediately. Yes, you can draft people such as the Sicilian, such as the Yuzong to counter this Eve, but it's generally a strong pick. And on the other side, Panthera Esports securing a Ling and a 1-1. Immediately, I'm worried because Ling and 1-1, both of them are item dependent. Kailangan nila mag-farm this game.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Panthera Esports is already a match point for them, and I feel like they're bringing out heroes. Like, again, it didn't work out the 1-1 earlier for them, but I think this time it could matter since natanggal na nga yung Beatrix into the picture. So maybe perhaps the Karina this time will go to Mad Science. Hindi nga lang nila pinick up sa first stage, but now they will be getting it. So the Karina, the Eve, this is pretty much solid. They have 2 heroes that can dive here, the Brock and the Karina. Tapos meron ka rin taga-setup for the AoE damage, which is the Eve. So this is still pretty much a front to backside composition from Mad Science. Whereas for Panthera, they still need someone in the mid side. They could get the roamer, a Franco perhaps, or maybe even the Yuzong.
The night sky tells all.
Okay, close enough. Yung Esmeralda here. So I'm guessing it could be a D-Rot ban here for the side of Panthera Esports since Esmeralda nga yung na-pick up nila.
Yeah, the D-Roth is one of the best 1v1 laners in the XP lane right now. Could potentially 1v1 any meta pick, even the Uranus, even the Esmeralda. And as you said, they're gonna take away the D-Roth. You don't want to face a D-Roth in the lane, especially if you're an Esmeralda. Let's see on how Mad Science would be, let's say, responding to that D-Roth ban. They haven't really secured the XP laner yet, but this could be a Grok XP lane, as we talked about earlier, and as we've seen earlier as well. Talagang flex pick kung flex pick tong Grok.
Yeah, they could still pick up the Franco here for Panthera Esports to have that additional initiation for the side of Panthera Esports. Meron na nga silang Esmeralda, but they still need someone to threaten the composition here of Mad Science. Lalo na yung Eve dito. I mean, pretty much you can reach into the lane, but they are going to go for the Esmeralda Kufra. combo instead here for Panthera Esports. A lot of setups, but they still need their mid lane. I'm actually kind of wondering kung ano nga ba yung pwedeng maitapat dito sa Eve. Maybe a Kagura, I'm thinking, for the side of Panthera Esports. But again, it worked out really well for them. I'm not so sure if it will be the Angela or the Diggy this time for Mad SAIYANS. Pero I mean, considering it is a 1-1, pwede rin naman sila mag-Diggy for the side of Mad
Horology
SAIYANS.
is my craft. Your Diggy is my name.
Pick here for Mad SAIYANS.
Yeah, and I'm loving that they're sticking to what worked for them in game 1. They're gonna take the Grok once again, but this time around, nasa kanila ang Karina, good control on the side of the Eve, and of course the scaling that comes with the Brody as well. On the side of Panthera Esports, what I like about their composition right now is it looks like they're gonna try something new. Yes, they have the 1-1, but I like the risk that they're taking. This Ling will be a big challenge for them with the jungle emblem, that's for sure. But they're gonna lock in the Selena and the Kufra. Suddenly, it changes for the side of Mad SAIYANS. Ang daming crowd control on the side of Panthera Esports and mas madaming pressure ngayon sa Diggy.
Yeah, gosh, there is so, like, they could just pay out the time's journey here for the side of Panthera Esports. Ang dami, diba? The Esmeralda's Falling Star Moon, the Tyrant's Revenge from the Kufra, and even the Abyssal Arrows here from the Selena. Just so much pressure, lalo na if you're a mid laner. Pretty much the Selena, this is still pretty much an early game composition na meron yung Panthera Esports. But what I'm worried about is yung AoE damage nila. It's pretty much a single target pick-off for them. But if they do land in those arrows, they do land in those skills very well, they could get in the pick-offs that they want.
And pickoffs will be the strength of Panthera Esports this time around. On the side of MTE, might just be team fights, might just be skirmishes. They have a lot of AoE, a lot of crowd control in AoE. So they gotta focus on those skirmishes and team fights. Let's head on to game number 2. MTE already secured game number 1. Ibig sabihin nito ay isang panalo na lang. And they might be or will be securing that group stage. So para sa mga fans ng Panthera Esports dyan, mag-ingay na kayo. Kailangan nila suporta nyo.
Yep, one more game to seal the deal here for MTE. Pero again, this is a arena. Napunta naman dito sa side ng MTE. Comfort pick, so I think pretty much they want to seal the deal already. Pero ang sakit ng damage dito ni Ryuk.
Ryuk going in with the flicker basic attack after niya i-chunk yung health doon in that massive charged up first skill. PEO, they already lost one, a solo kill in the XP lane. Buti na lang hindi sa gold lane nangyari. Medyo forgivable pa yung mamatay ka sa XP lane. Pero last na yun ha. Pag namatay ka pa ng isang beses, that might just be on you.
So hard to go near this Grok. I mean, despite the fact na Esmeralda ka, diba, nanlalambot ka sa Grok. High and dry emblem, by the way. Which is kind of why you see, like, Ryuk has been poking Jersey earlier on, diba? Pokes after pokes, and right after that, he can just go in for the dives. Nice.
Yeah, bouncing ball on the side of the Brody. Has to escape, but on the backside, nabigyan ang Selena. And Sakerio will not be throwing that bomb in time. Teka lang, mukhang mabibigyan din to ng Karina. Let's go! A double kill for this Karina. Si Kyle TZ ay mananatiling buhay. It's still a 3v1 scenario here for the 1-1. Pero sabi nila, plating na lang ang habol namin dito. And MTE secures a 3-0 kill lead against PEO.
1K gold lead as well for them. So pretty much this is going to be pretty much the same thing. Alam yun ng PEO, they need to get in the gold, they need to get in the EXP to be able to scale up. And like when you mentioned, this is a Ling, no, na kailangan makakuha ng item. So they really need to get this turtle, and they do get it. First turtle goes to the side of PEO this time.
PEO securing the objective means at least makakahinga sila ng konti. But this might just be a tough situation here para sa Esmeralda. Si Ryuk, hindi siya mag-all-in against this Esmeralda. Pero may angle na siya nun eh. Siguro ang naging call lang nila ay kalmahan muna natin against this Esmeralda.
PEO right now, no, they are looking to gank this gold lane. Lalo na si Jisoo, kanina pa talaga nahihirapan dito sa Diggy ni Sakerio.
Tumama pa na. Nice cancel with the ultimate coming in from the Diggy. Pero nahuli pa rin ng Brody. The Selena goes down. The Brody is still looking for the kills. Pero sabi ng Ling, eto na ako. Tempest of Blades to cancel in the turrets. And Sakerio looks to be next with a 1-1 in the air. PEO finally secures their first 2 kills of the game.
Nakalipad na rin si Jisoo because he hasn't been popping in that ultimate in game number 1, and right now getting 2 assists right now in real world manipulation.
Real world manipulation for the control, but Diggy will be able to finish off the 1-1. Akala natin dahil nakalipad na, makakauwi na rin pala. Hindi pa pinauwi ng MTE. Real world manipulation just secures that kill with the Diggy. And now a 1v1 here in the XP lane. Mukhang mas aggressive ang both teams in this game number 2.
Yeah, they need to, right? Like PEO, they need to get this win to be able to force out a game number 3. And speaking of, they do get a pick off here on the bot side. Rat is dead. Once again, dead.
Oh
Abyssal
no,
Arrow.
a max range. Selena Arrow translated into a kill. Lycos, napakaganda ng pagbato niya ng Abyssal Arrow at nag-init na nga ang kamay. Might just be a double kill at nabigyan na nga for the Kufra. Great Abyssal Arrows, great execution from PEO.
Yeah, they need to land these skills, right? This is something that they were missing in game number 1, and right now it's so satisfying to watch. They've been landing these skills, the Abyssal Arrows, and even the Tyrant's revenge here for Rami has been so on point. So this is really what they need to do, continuously pressure MPE para hindi sila makascale, especially this Brody on a Weapons Master as well.
Now Turtle will be going to the hands of PEO once again. This is their second Turtle of the game. It is actually great for them, no? Kanina lamang ng 2,000 ang MPE at ngayon sila na ang may lamang with just around 400. This is great news for an item-dependent team such as the Ling and the 1-1 combo. And look at the items, Burger Kim. Anong masasabi mo dito?
Corrosion Sight, and again, pretty much a 1-1 doesn't really need the boots. Derecho damage items na, pero Rat is dead. Also building the BOD immediately. So I mean, as compared to the 1-1, magiging mas matagal yung kanyang scale up. May Corrosion Sight, pero now speaking of the BOD, Rat is dead already. Got it.
Yeah, and the flicker is burnt as well. Grabe ang pressure na nilalagay ng PEO. The Kufra cancelled by the Time's Journey. Ito ang kapangyarihan ng isang Diggy. Even if you go all in, you could potentially still survive. Abyssal Arrow lands once again. Damage is real on this Grok. The wild charge won't land. He will go down. It is a 1-for-1 trade-off. Lycos goes down as well. At naghahanap na nga ng kill pa ang 1-1 against the Esmeralda. Pero makakatakbo siya. A 1-for-1 trade-off. Ulti para sa ulti.
CC, sobrang CC ng composition dito ng PEO. Pretty much, no, right after they land in all those kills, it's on point. Kung hindi sila nakakuha ng kills, it's just Sanguine going in for the final cleanup on the Ling. And speaking of Sanguine, 2-0-1 on this Ling, naka-Windtalker. I think he's going for the Berserker's Fury for the second item. So, I mean, it's going to be really painful, especially kung low HP ka na, hahabulin ka dito ni Sanguine. It will be perhaps like most likely a sure kill here for Sanguine.
Ayaw easy ng Mars, pumasok lang nang alam niyang nandoon lahat because Lycos will melt down with the damage na nanggagaling dito sa side ng MTE. It is a 2v3 scenario at mabibitin ang torn apart memory. Sabi ng Link, teka lang, papasok nga ba ako dito? He finds one but he's gonna dash away. Naghahanap si Rami Yuki ng angulo with the Kufra pero mauhuli sila ng real world manipulation. Sapat ang dashes nito ni Jisoo para mabuhay. And PO will be safely escaping that scenario pero babagsak ang kanilang outer tier turret.
Ngayon yung flashes for PEO, right? Like earlier on, hindi nila na... Oh! Wild charge on the Sanguine!
Nabigla. The damage coming in from Ryuk, kailangan respetuhin to ng PEO. Pag mag-isa ka at nadyan yung Grok, magbilang-bilang ka na. MTE will be going in for this turtle at uncontested to dahil napitas nila yung Ling.
Yeah, finally, a turtle for the side of MTE. They really need this kasi kanina pa nakakakuha ng resources yung PEO jersey. Hinahabol lang. Tamang habol lang, pero no kill for the side of MTE. But considering how PEO was able to land their skills so well, MTE is doing pretty well. They got in 3 towers. Yung gold lead nasa kanila rin. 2.4k gold lead for the side of MTE.
Yeah, and MTE, nabalik nila ang gold lead sa kanilang side and this is a very important game for them kasi kailangan nilang makapag-secure ng group stage. Balik tayo dun sa napana, bossing. Boss cameraman, punta tayo dun sa Eve. Nabuhay naman pala. And here comes the real world manipulation, na-cancel ng Abyssal Arrow. And here comes Kyle TC ng Mars pero pinalikan ni Lycos. Ayaw na niya ng alien na bumabat sa chessboard. Time's Journey, medyo maka-cancel ng CC. And here we go. Si Kyle TC ay babagsak na rin gamit dito ng mga skills ng Brody. It is a 1-for-1 trade-off. Ang daming nangyari pero dalawa lang ang namatay. Pero sabi nila, sige na nga, dadagdagan pa natin ng isa pati si Rami Yuki ay bumagsak.
Na-execute pa nga sa tower dun si Lycos. Actually, ang ganda nun, no? Na-outplay niya, forcing out the real-world manipulation from I Wanna Be a TUPT. It was pretty much like a post-4 battle. Right after that, Abyssal Arrow lang onto I Wanna Be a TUPT. Nag-flicker in pa nga siya for the kill. So, PEO pretty much, they got in the crucial kills sa may damage dealers ng MTE. Pero the towers are slowly going down here one by one. Omi, map control na sa MTE pa rin. Pretty much, ganun pa rin. Katulad ng game number 1, map control sa MTE.
Yeah, map control is such a big thing, especially in amateur and collegiate games. At ito na nga, nabigyan ng wild charge. And si Jerry C ay makakatakas naman with his teammates. Nice reset. And here we go with the Tempest of Blades. Si Kyle TZ naman ang mukhang babagsak this time around Sanguine. Pero sabi ng Eve, teka lang, the outplay is real. Kyle TZ still alive. Nahihila pabalik ng Diggy at mabibigyan pa ng Corrosion Strike. And now, Wrath is dead. Will be able to secure that kill for his team MTE. Massive outplay against PEO.
To watch the skills, right? Akala mo mahuhuli mo na. Nice setup there by Rami Yuki, but unfortunately enough, nandoon yung buong batalyon ng MTE. They were able to get in the proper placing there for the real manipulation. And right after that, no? Pretty much, wala ka na lang talaga takas pag nag-escort na itong si I Wanna Be MTE, they get in the first lord here and they can continuously push forward. Lalo ito yung takot ko for the composition here of PEO. Yes, you have a lot of crowd control. Yes, you have a lot of heroes to set up for the potential dive composition na meron kayo. But right after that, no, there's really not so much wave clear here. It's pretty much just Jisoo, even the Falling Star Moon here from Jersey. Pero right after that, no, magiging mahirap to for PEO. Lalo na MTE. Medyo angat na sila konti ngayon.
Isa lang ang nahuli sa wild charge ni Ryu. Si Rami Yuki makakahuli ng dalawa. This might just be massive for MTE. They're gonna get everyone in the real world manipulation na Faisal Arrow para makancel to. Si Lycus naghahanap ng kill kay Tutubi pero masaslow siya ni Tutubi at mukhang makakite pa siya. Wrath is dead. Very low on HP pero maganda ang kanyang distance. Nahila pabalik. And that is a 2-4-1 in the favor of MTE.
Right after the Selena goes for the dives, if you don't get in the pickoffs, I mean, minsan, yes, you get in the pickoffs, but right after that, this is already going into the mid to late game. So pretty much yung Selena, na-even out na ngayon ng MT. You know, right after the Abyssal Arrows, it lands, you try to go in for the dives, but ultimately, magiging mahirap na rin yan.
Now they're gonna go in for the big push in the inhibitor turret. Real world manipulation. Si Rami Yuki ay natrap. Reset for Kyle TZ. Abyssal Arrow hindi tatama. Nice slow coming in from the Void Crystal. At mukhang mapapaback sila dito pero pumasok na ang Esmeralda on the back line. Maganda ang kanyang pwesto pero mahihila siya pabalik ng Diggy. Tempest of Blades. Fourth side of this thing. Mukhang magkakatuluyan ang laban if ang Drak ay makakapag-engage. Ang parang ganito lang. Dalawang knock-up. Mahihila pabalik. There you go. Dalawa na bumagsak para sa line ng PEO. Nagaanap na rin ng MTE na madagdag pang mapapatay with a torn apart memory. Wrath is dead. Nagalit na po. Mid lane naman ang kanilang tawag and PEO will be defending this a 3v5 scenario.
Yup, this is what I was talking about. Wala masyadong wave clear here pero I might be wrong. Falling Star Moon, napakaganda. They take down Sakerio pero that's still not enough. 4 members are here from MTE. Continues yung pressure, Omi. They actually wanna do this. They wanna go in for the push or maybe sige, inhibitors na lang muna, no? Disiplina muna. Atras muna tayo ngayon.
The safest route ang kinuha ng MTE. Ayaw nilang ibatong laro. Naka-objectives gaming. Let's just get the inhibitors. Make sure that the next Lord will be ours. And for the most part, ang namamatay lang palagi dito ay ang Diggy, which is okay lang naman. Alam naman natin na kailangan sometimes pag Diggy ka, kailangan ibigay mo yung buhay mo para sa mga kakampi mo. PEO, on the other hand, they will be behind 7,000. This is massive for the upcoming Lord.
Oh man, kaya pala no, nagkuha na rin ng defensive items dito si Jisoo. Despite the fact na nakakuha naman siya ng Demon Hunter Sword in the side. Pero lamang na lamang dito sa items si Rat is dead. The BOD, the Malefic Roar, isama pa ng Brute Force Breastplate for that additional parang physical defense for Rat is dead. So, I feel like one potential setup here for PEO, they could go in for the dive.
They're going in for the concealed play. Look at the damage coming in from Karina. He's looking for Lycos pero makakatakas dito si Lycos. Tempest of Blades. So hindi na nagamit pero yan na nga makakatakas ata. PEO, they lost one. Grabe yun. Ngayon lang ako nakita ng Diggy na nag-conceal. Nag-flicker in para sa sarili niyang play. Ganong kalupit yung ginawa ng MTE doon. Yung Diggy yung nag-set.
Nag-flicker in, tapos nag-conceal pero si Ryuk yung gumawa ng wild charge. Pero now, MTE
Hindi siya mananakaw. The Lord will be secured for the side of MTE. And hinahanap pa nga nila ang isang Selena na medyo napalayo sa kanyang tropa. PEO, they lost 2 and they gave away the Lord. Sinaraduhan pa ng kalsada si Jersey. And this is looking bad for PEO.
The setups here from MTE, one real-world manipulation. Nandito si Jsu though, that could be the saving grace for PEO. Here comes the Lord.
Going in for the base, pero si Jersey bumibili ng maraming oras. This is the job of the Esmeralda, pero mukhang babagsak na siya. The damage coming in from that is dead is just too real. Dalawa na lamang ang nagde-defend, pero mabubuhay na rin si Lycos. Makabebe-base lock na ba sila dito? Tempest of Blades. Nagtatangsel na maraming damage. Kailangan na mag-back ng Ling Real-World Manipulation. Dalawa na ang bumagsak. Selena laban sa lahat. Game 2 goes to MTE and they secure group stage.
Man, MTE, just when you thought they shake things up, right, with a different composition, it still worked out very well for them. They also got in the comfort pick, rather, finally, the Karina. But I think ultimately what really went right here for MTE, rather, ang ganda. Ang ganda ng mga timing ng mga skills nila, especially Ryuk, sobrang offensive on this Grok. The flicker in wild charge combo pretty much worked very well for them in game number 1, and they did it still in this game. Meron na naman sagot dito yung PO, yung Abyssal Arrows, yung mga setups from Rami Yuki, pero that really wasn't enough. And like what I mentioned, pagdating sa late game, no, wala masyadong wave clear yung PEO, and it's still pretty much MTE na isasagot nila lahat ng dives na ginagawa ng PEO.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, the gameplay coming in from MTE this time around, at some point, PEO, nakakasabay naman talaga sila. Pero ang nangyari kasi ito, mas decisive ang MTE. They know when to strike when Panthera Esports na kumbaga akala nila safe sila pero yung pala hindi. Even the aggressive engages coming in from the Diggy itself, conceal, flicker, sinong mag-iisip na gagawin niya yun, di ba? Sinong makakapag-isip, mag-expect na yung Diggy usually reactive pick pero ito proactive ang kanyang plays. Any last thoughts before we head on to the break about the series and our upcoming series?
Thing like Panthera to perhaps like bite back in this last game, considering parang ang ganda kasi nung laro nila sa last week rather, pero I think yun nga lang yung mga calls nila or maybe even the decision making was just kulang pa. I think ultimately for this round, it's just Mad SAIYANS. They just played around very well with their heroes, and I think maganda yung timing ng mga skills rin nila. And the shot calls, like, di ba, katulad nga nasabi mo, Diggy, conceal, flicker, and play. Even Ryuk, flicker, wild charge was just really nice to watch. And I think Mad SAIYANS, they really, really deserve this win 2-0 over Panthera
Ang ganda
Esports.
ng synergy ng Mad SAIYANS, as you said, Burger Kim. So congratulations once again to MTE Mad SAIYANS in securing the sweep against Panthera Esports. Panthera Esports, better luck next time. This has been a great game for you guys. Ang dami niyong natutunan sa laro na to. Manood na lang kayo ulit. And this has been series number 2 already. But before we go, we would like to basically tell everyone, again, secure your tickets already for Conquest, July 23 to 24. Mangyayari doon, may mga LAN games tayo, a lot of guests, a lot of fun things happening all in 2 days. So secure your tickets now. Ang dami dyan, may mga events na, may influencers, and tickets you could already buy online. So bring your friends, bring your family. It's the largest gaming convention in the Philippines after the pandemic. Sobrang exciting na mangyayari to. And if you want to be an AcadArena scholar, just simply go to acadarena.com/scholarships para malaman kung ano bang kailangan mong gawin or kailangan mong submit para maging isang esports scholar. Once again, my name is Uomi, and with me is Burger Kim, and we will be right back after a short break.
What I want. Makes me cool like crazy. Makes me cool like crazy. Let me break it down. It's a material world. Show me what you got. I hope you came prepared right there. If you give me the thing that I want, wanna get that thing, that X that makes me cool like crazy. That's lit. No, if no
Why, brother? Why must we Paxleys all take the path of magic? Am I such a disgrace to this house, big brother? Finally, I've been expecting you. Big brother!
I don't recall giving the orders.
Elders of the house give the order, Your Grace!
But it's not my order.
The elders said it was our only chance. Not even Your Grace could stop us! I don't need your pretentious favor. We end it all today!
We still have time. Even if we don't, they don't have a say. Hasn't started. It's time for you to know the truth. If you don't want to die, follow me.
Those who stand in my way, die! Bow before the King of the Inferno! Come! Candle Moth! All will die away in ashes, and you are no exception!
Outside the game, I'd have a hard time making decisions and just go through life without any direction really. But when I'm in the game and as captain of the team, I have to make confident split-second decisions to lead our team and give us that direction we need to win the game.
I got my self-confidence when I became a radio jock for the university, and it basically developed my self-confidence to speak out loud to many people out there.
As an ate, you're supposed to know what to do. Minsan, parang hindi na pwedeng magkamali. Kasi ate ka eh, dapat you serve as an example for the younger ones. But as a student leader, that was not the case for me. I was allowed to make mistakes, learn, and do better. Just like how we encourage you, our telecubs, to wear your stripes.
The community that we've built across the world have given us a place to belong. As the world becomes more connected, the opportunities will reach all corners of the world. I'm so excited to bring campus gaming across Southeast Asia.
Esports and gaming can be a great equalizer. Here, your physique doesn't matter too much. Your sex and gender shouldn't matter. You have an avatar. You're just you and all the awesomeness that comes with it. It matters less which part of the world you're in. The world is bigger, and there's so much we can do together in gaming and esports. You just need to meet the right people to change the world.
In AcadArena, I broke through solo queue and became a team player.
In AcadArena, I broke through my comfort zone and became more social.
In AcadArena, I break through my hardship and become more confident.
In AcadArena, I was able to break through my shy and timid self and turn into a student leader, kinda.
In AcadArena, before I was lost, but because of the org, I was able to find my passion.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. Continue breaking through the stigma of video games and academics.
Happy birthday to AcadArena. We look forward to all the great work you guys will be doing in the coming years.
Happy birthday, AcadArena. We hope you continue to support our industry and break the stereotypes of how student gamers can be.
Pinoys continue to dominate in esports globally. This startup aims to keep the streak going and provide education for those eyeing a gaming career. AcadArena secured over 170 million pesos for their projects. We get to know more about their initiatives with a young...
It's still crazy to think that it's been 3 years since AcadArena started. Today isn't just a celebration of our anniversary, it's a celebration of everyone who supported us along the way. We've had students who grew up with AcadArena, myself being one of them. We know what it's like to balance work and studies, and we know what it's like to feel like you're not going to make it. But you will, and it'll all be better. Break through with us.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
in different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in...
Hello everyone and welcome back dito sa Alliance Games featuring ang paborito nating game, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, co-presented by Globe and powered by Logitech G, dubbed by the community as the UAAP or NCAA of esports. Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are #AllG to compete in multiple esports titles and represent their campus. Nandito tayo sa last series ng ating araw. Nga pala sabihin natin, kasama ko rito si Uomi. And Uomi, kamusta ka naman dyan?
Okay naman, after second series, nakita natin na sweep na naman ang nangyari. Ang daming sweeps na nagaganap in the collegiate stage. Apparently, no, may mga teams talaga na mararamdaman mo na kaya talaga nilang pag-prepared ibang klase. So feeling ko, Midnight, you're a big fan of preparations before the game. Yung tipo na inaaral mo talaga yung kalaban, nagpe-prepare ka ng sarili mong game plan. At balita sa second series ay parehas pala silang Karina Gods, yung jungler.
Oh.
Pero yung winning team kanina, they were willing to give away the Karina nung game 1 kasi prepared pala sila. Iba talaga pag marunong kang mag-prepare beforehand, no?
Yeah, and syempre importante to sa mga teams kasi ang dami na nade-develop na storylines dito, may mga nagkakatapatan na ng paulit-ulit. May mga nagpe-pre-ban, 'di ba? Yung kilala nila yung mga teams kasi guys, sobrang importante dito na aralin mo talaga yung kalaban mo para maka-move on ka sa next stage. And by the way, usapang stages tayo dito. Ang Alliance Games ay nagko-consist ng 3 stages. And currently, nandito tayo sa play-in stage. Kaya importante na yung mga teams ay mag-prepare para maka-move move on sila sa second stage, which is the group stage. And yung pangatlong stage naman is yung playoff stage. Play-ins will run for 3 weeks. And yung mga teams ay magko-compete sa double elimination pools format. And yung top 16 mag-a-advance sa group stage. And yung top 8 naman, yung makakarating sa playoffs. And of course, yung finalists ay makakarating naman sa Conquest 2022. Maglalaro sila doon live. Pero wag natin patagalin pa, Womi. Ito na ang matchup between TUPT Grayhawks and Romancon Astra, De La Salle College of St. Benilde, and TUP Taguig.
Grabe, no? Labanan pala to ng mga Taguig and Taft boys. So it's CSB versus TUP, Grayhawks versus Romancon. May Grok tayo dito na ban on the side of TUPT, tas 1-1 naman sa kabila. Very different ng naging banning dito compared to sa series number 2 natin. Apparently, they're looking at big power picks inside this game. Tinanggal agad nila ang 1-1 na biglang naging priority pick on a lot of blue side picks na tipo na as in 100% tapang. First pick, 1-1.
Oo, talagang again, yung mga teams ay nag-a-adapt na rin sa running trend ng meta natin. Valentina ban and open actually yung mga malalaking first pick natin, no? Sila Franco, sila Baksha, sila Masha. And again, nakikita na natin na yung mga teams din nag-a-adapt na rin sa isa't isa. Kumbaga hindi na lang to meta, no? Hindi na lang labanan ng meta, labanan na rin ng heroes. Kinikilala na nila yung isa't isa. So ayan na, ang daming Karina gods sa ating mga teams, and Karina is gonna be the first pick here for TUPT Grayhawks. And si Nina Angela ata ang isasagot ng CSP. Alam mo, Omi, medyo bias ako dito eh.
Bakit?
CSP,
Anong meron sa Karina? Parang Karina, Silina, may combo bang ganon? Bakit?
Di naman. Ano lang, Lasallian kasi ako. So medyo may bias ako dito sa red side. Pero ito, Franco pa din. Franco and Selena, ito yung usually nakikita natin sa mga ganitong klaseng tournaments, no? Yung mga panglason na heroes. So TUPT Grayhawks, how can they address this one?
Right now, in this AcadArena Alliance games, RGA or Romancon on the other side, CSB, for sure, yung sabi mo yung lason, no? Ang kakaiba kasi dito is both of them are skill shot reliant, and in a collegiate setup, you kind of want to limit the ease of execution kasi hindi naman kayo nasa professional level pa. May mga iba doon na kaya nang mag-compete in a high amateur level, but this is gonna be extremely hard. Romancon needs to literally land their skill shots to be able to play their composition, and it's gonna be hard if wala silang sure ball na stun. And honestly, sana mayroon silang sure ball na idadagdag dito, no, yung mga tipon na hindi na pwede yung Eudora at this point, but someone kahit Brody na may corrosion strike, yung tipo na point and click stun just to start the ball rolling. But on the other side, no, TUP, the secure the Beatrix and the Savior, ang taas ng damage niyan in range.
So it's a matter of questioning yung guarantee, no, yung lineup ng Romancon Astra. Pero ito, Omi, alam ko favorite mo to, Diroth. How guaranteed is this for Romancon Astra against the lineup of TUPT Grayhawks?
Para kang bumili ng dalawang ban dito para sa ng 2 extra bans for the side of Romancon. Dahil pinick up nila yung D-Rot, automatic na hindi magtatapang ng Esmeralda or Uranus ang side ng TUP Grayhawks. So parang nabanan na rin nila on their side yon. Kung magtatapang man ang Grayhawks na kumuha ng isang Esmeralda o ng isang Uranus, it's gonna be extremely hard for that lane to win 1v1. Kailangan pang alagaan ng kanilang post 5. And right now, may Balmon tayong hino-hover, but they're gonna switch it up to a carry na sumisikat na rin in terms of jungle usage lately.
Ang dami na rin kasi no, yung mga malalaki HP. And these heroes, they deal with, the jungle Karinas very well kasi napakadali niyang patayin. Pero medyo mahirap lang din yung carry kasi nadododge ng Karina yung mga physical attacks ni Kari kapag naka-activate yung first skill. Pero again, as you've said, no, hindi na magtatapang mag-Esmeralda itong TUPT Grayhawks kasi nga meron ng Dirot. So, they likely go for that Uranus and baka lock-in na nga alongside the Kufra. So, overall, maganda rin naman yung naging idea ng TUPT Grayhawks dito respecting the Dirot. Pero what do you think? Ooh! Kimi!
May bago tayong makikita this time around. The Kimi will be the last pick for the side of Romancon Astra. I'm very much happy to see a lot of let's say, high mechanical ceiling heroes on the side of Romancon, but they have to prove na kaya nilang gamitin tong mga to kasi medyo ito yung tipo na pag hindi tumama yung isa, magkakatuluyan ng hindi tatama lahat eh. So
Oo.
it's gonna be extremely hard for Romancon Astra. Meanwhile, for Grayhawks, no, feeling ko mas madali yung composition nila. Basic kung basic. Pero sometimes kasi Midnight, di ba? Pag minsan yung basic, effective eh. Tingnan mo nga yung
Oo.
isa dun sa webcam niya eh. Yung Happy Mother's Day nga pala, mukhang nanay niya yung umakyat doon
Yun,
sa second floor.
sa TUPT Grayhawks. Happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng mga moms na nanonood dyan. Mabuhay kayo and maraming salamat sa pagtitiis at sa mga walang sawang pagpapalaki sa ating mga mabubutihing anak. And right now, yung mga anak na yun ay naglalaro dito sa ating Alliance game, competing for a possibility na makalaro sa playoffs live Conquest 2022. Huwag natin patagalin pa. Let's jump in to the Land of Dawn. Game number 1 between TUPT and CSB. Ang daming mga possibilities na pwede mangyari dito. Pero again, we're all looking to the execution naman na pwedeng ibigay sa atin ng RGA. Kasi as we have said, ang daming skill shots, ang daming tutok na kailangan gawin ng RGA against TGH.
Wala silang sure ball stun, men. Ang dami nila, pati yung damage nila, skill shot. Yung Kimi, mismong auto attack, skill shot. And for the side of AK, siya lang yung tipo. Uy, wait lang. Si AK to, men. Yung Tekken Gods. Yung carry natin dito ay isang fighting god genius. Pero mukhang magkaka-2v2 sa baba.
Ito, jump in from the Kufrats. Not gonna threaten the Franco just yet. Pero muntik pa tumama yung hook dito kay Skydar. Pero again, as you've seen, no, tama si Omi na talagang napakadali lang i-land ng mga skills ng TGH. Ang pinaka-skill shot nila dito actually, yung mga bagay na hindi naman kailangan tumama. Like the Dawning Light, yung mga sniper ni Beatrix, and yung, actually yung talon ni Kufra kailangan tumama. So isa lang yung skill shot na kailangan i-land ng TGH. Pero for the most part, gana yung lineup nila eh, kahit hindi spam yung mga skill shots. So wherein, ayun, kakasabi ko lang yung mga skill shots. Tumama naman, finally, from the Selena, tinamaan dito si Skydar. That's gonna be down, pero grabe, muntik pa napatay ni Karina yung ating Kimi. So that's 1 down already, Omi. Isang skill shot na tumama.
CSB, nakahanap ng pana at makakahanap din sila ng first blood. This is a 2v2 na stun, na snare, pero mukhang makakatakas with a flicker. Here comes DKING.
And Karina jumping in. Isang bottle lang ang kailangan pinatin. Isang ultimate lang. Arrow doesn't hit. Konti na lang, 5 pixels na lang. Pero Skydar hits! It's Tyrant's Revenge. And that is Lina being zoned out. Pero sabi ng Franco, wag mong hahabulin yung aking teammate. And immediate translation into the turtle. Pero low ang HP bars ng TGH. Naghahanap ng potential window ang Franco dito. Pero ni Kufra taking the turtle here for the King. That's the objective, going in favor of TGH. Pero may laban pa rin naman ng RGA. Nag-hero lock sila. They don't really care about the turtle. Pero unfortunately, namatay din si AK.
AK, still early pa lang naman to, no? Hindi pa natin talaga ma-expect na sobrang sakit ng carry during this time. But Lee, he looks for 1 kill pero nabinyagan ni Aaron J ang isa. And Vigor Dug Judy ang babagsak.
Yep. RGA. Nakakahanap naman sila ng lamang against TGH. Ito naman yung kinagandahan kasi sa lineup nila. Kapag tumama naman yung mga skill shots, ang laki ng reward. Kinagat yung kailangan i-hook. Si Skydar dito flickered out. And yung concussive blast ay nag-proc na rin. That's gonna allow him to save himself. And RGA, again, sila yung naglalagay ng pressure dito over TGH. Which is interesting. Kasi nasabi natin kanina na yung mga heroes ng TGH ay napakadaling i-execute. Pero RGA kasi so far, they're landing all their shots eh.
Tumatama. And kung hindi man tumatama, ang sure ball pala nilang stun, melee na bloody hand. Yun yung literal lalapitan para kagatin. But this is a 3v2 Karachuchi.
Shotgun. It missed. Dahil ganda ng timing din ng flicker ni Kalachuchi. Grabe naman ang mga pangalan ng mga players dito. Pero again, as I mentioned, taga lang. Si Skydar nakahanap ng target. Hindi makatalon. Yung Selena natin of the bouncing ball. And that's gonna be another kill for the Karina. Again, isang skill shot lang ang kailangan tumama kay TGH. Enough na yun para makatake down sila ng hero.
Si Skydar lang ang skill shot ng TUP. Siya mismo yung skill shot. Pero tatama dito. Ang Abyssal Arrow, pati yung Bloody Hand kinagat na. Pero sabi ng dito sa teka lang.
Grabe yung damage output ni AK sa may backline. Pero on the other side, it's still the Karina that is leading the charge here versus TGH. Arrow doesn't hit. And medyo equal yung naging trade. It's an X-Plane for an X-Plane. So both teams, they're really happy with the trade right now. Pero again, Turtle is gonna be the next objective of the game.
Grabe, sobrang close ng ating game. Almost dead even here. Big Turtle by upcoming Skydar, umaamba.
Nakuha ni AK yung Turtle because mas maganda yung pwesto niya over the Karina, and cooldown din naman yung retribution ni DK.
Grabe yun, no? Si AK, nung na-retry na niya, habang tumatakbo, tumikir pa. Iba talaga ang galawan kapag isa kang AK.
Ang
CSB right now, they are still dead even against TUP. TUP on the other hand, no? Feeling ko yung savior nila nag-aantay din lang ng big power spike. Kailangan nating abangan yung gagawin ni Sayrus dito on the side of TUP.
Pero ito mayaman din yung carry so medyo malaki din yung threat. Actually ng RGA versus TGH, pero ganda ng pwesto ng RGA dito. Lalaban sila sa may bottom lane. Again, the arrow hits onto Skydar. Actually, yung Bloody Hunt napakommit na rin. And this is gonna be the push coming out from RGA. Tinamaan ng arrow si V6 and another hook lands from the Franco, and D-King is being persuaded by Selena to just get out. Sabi niya, wag ka na mag-defend, lumabas ka na, amin itong toro na to, and wala siya magawa in the face of 4 skill shots. Uomi, siya pa yung tumatakbo.
Kaya nga, grabe yung Vigor Karachuchi combo ng RGA. Ang dami nilang napapatama na skill shot, nagsisimula sa pana, minsan magsisimula sa hook, o minsan lalakaran para kagatin. CSB, they picked this composition knowing na kaya nilang gamitin yung mga hero, pero kailangan nila maging consistent because lately, no, medyo naiiwas-iwasan na ng TUP.
Oo, nakakapag-acclimate na, pero to ultimate used by Karina, and that's gonna be a kill going in favor of D-King. Tumama din yung Tyrant's Revenge dito kay Maku. That's gonna be the zero taken out, pero nahuli din naman ng Kalachuchi ang ating Karina. AK goes out, ginamit yung kanyang retribution, hindi siya mahabol ng TGH, and that is slight advantage for TGH although they lost their jungle, pero at least nakakahanap sila ng kills na kailangan nila para makabawi. Pero sa RGA, sila pa rin yung leading so far.
Yeah, Aranje is so far having a great game. Kung hindi man mapagana yung Karina, as long as mapagana nila yung Beatrix kasabayan ng Savior na nagsiscale, TUP, alam nila yung plano nila, they're sticking to their plans. Meanwhile kay CSB, they're still trying to push whatever they could do dahil meron silang access sa mga malaki ang CC, Skydar.
Dawning Light, ginamit na rin ng Savior, pero ang gandang huli dito. The arrow, it doesn't hit, pero nakapwesto si Maku. Flicker! Pakanan para tumama dito kay Cyrus sa kanyang abyss strike, and nasa yung kill. May favor RGA, pero may punish man si Digging on the backline. Takes off 2, pero nakuha ni AK yung turtle and sticker kagad. Pren Esports, sabi ng RGA, okay lang, mawalan kami ng mga kakampi as long as masecure namin yung turtle. Ganda naman sana ng bawi ni D-King, pero hindi enough yun para mapigilan ng RGA na mag-objective dito sa may turtle. And hindi pa sila tapos, Umi. Top lane third pa yung gusto nila dito. Ultimate by Skydar. Being punished, overstaying their welcome. Although nakuha naman ni Lee yung kill kay Kufra, still, that is the carry down on RGA. TGH makes a comeback out of that team fight.
Naku, makakagatata si Aranje dito. Pinasama na lang ng ganon. Wala na ba gagawa si D-King at tatakas na lang siya kasama dito ni Sayrus. Hindi tatama ang Abyssal Arrow. Will they be able to defend this outer tier turret?
Sonic Light, ginamit na rin ni Savior. Ito yung mahirap sa ginagawang arrow hits again, pero napakitang lockdown mula kay Cyrus. Yung combination niya with the first skill, second skill. Pero again, Umi, hindi nila maabot kasi yung Kimi eh. Ito yung problema, yung backline. Wala silang access sa backline. For the most part, yung mga nakukuha ang kills ni D-King, it's always on the frontline heroes. Pero yung Kimi talaga, laging protektado. Ito, inabot na, finally, ni Skydar si Kimi, and namatay na rin si Lee, and TGH finds a return kill. Wala na rin buhay si Selena, hindi pa tapos. Oh! Ang sexy naman nung nawabot pa.
Nabasa.
Trick.
Parang sabi niya, dito ata nagre-recall to. Binatohan na lang ng Nibiru's Passion.
Naamoy no?
Oh well, man, that is unfortunate for CSB. 11-11 is our kill score. 1,000 lang ang lamang ng RGA. Pero lately nakikita natin si D-King nagpa-pop off na yung Karina na to. And meanwhile, yung carry no Objective Gaming 0-2 and 6. Pero lahat ng turtles ata na secure ng RGA dahil kay AK. Ngayon, Lord na ang paglalabanan nila. Feeling ko may expect natin ang power spike ng isang AK dito just about now kasi meron siyang golden staff tsaka Demon Hunter Sword.
Masakit na rin yung damage output ni Carry at this point. And ganda ng ginagawa ng TGH. Looking for potential heroes na nasa bush, pero on the other side of the map, there's a kill that's been taken by the Derot. Nawala yung Uranus, burado sa mapa, isang Abyssal Strike lang, patay kagad. Hook, hindi tumama, Arrow, hindi tumama. So this is TGH knowing na wala na yung mga skill shots ng RGA, pero mabilis na mag-cooldown yan. And naganda ng pwesto ni Franco on the front line, nakatawid. Si Karina, blinodihan para masecure yung yung Lord pala. And AK, sila pa rin yung nakakuha. Look at the damage output of the Beatrix. Napatay kagad yung dalawa on RGA, flickered by RJ. Napakalupit na pagpasok ni Beatrix. Will it be a maniac na shutdown ni AK yung Beatrix, pero still he was able to get the final shot against AK, and that is the carry down. TGH takes 4, and ang naiwan lang is the Selena. Ito yung sinasabi ni Womi kanina, problema yung mga skill shots. Kapag hindi tumama, immediate initiation by TGH.
And TGH, no, hindi man nila nakuha yung Lord, nag-hero lock sila at hindi rin magagamit ng RGA ang Lord dahil sa kanilang pagpanalo in that fight. And TUP, they know how to make counter plays. Sobrang close ng laro na to compared to our Series 1 and 2. 10 minutes na at wala pa rin team ang nakakakuha ng more than 2,000 gold lead. Man, para sa akin, late game, medyo parehas lang. Meron tayong carry at meron din tayong meron tayo dito Lee na napakasakit din. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan, men.
Tagal na kasing hindi pinipik.
Ang tagal na kasing hindi pinipik. Pero ang hirap kasing lapitan ito ng late game. RGA, CSB, definitely meron silang slight edge in the late game against TGH.
Nakita niya yung Karina. Patay na si Uranus, and that is gonna be one hero already down. Ooh, look at the damage of the Dawning Light. And ang ganda ng habol ni D-King. Skydar on the back line. Seeing Kalachuchi escaping, and tinanggal niya kagad yung escape route ni Franco, and that is TGH immediately taking 3 kills. Even though nawala yung Uranus, okay lang kasi at the very least nakuha nila yung kills on the bottom lane. And again, nagiging problema na yung secondary hero ng TGH, nagpa-pop off na rin yung Beatrix. Umi, napakayaman ni Aranjay dito. Again, yung Weapon Master alongside BOD and pati na rin yung Malefic kasama ni DHS, napakasakit niyang hero niya.
Beatrix in this meta with a weapon mastery, mapa Wesker, mapa Renner, ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin, especially with this weapon mastery na nakita na rin natin nag-debut sa pro scene a few weeks ago, at ang dami nang gumagamit from all around the world, even in the competitive or collegiate amateur scene. Tumama dito ang Abyssal Arrow, look at the damage.
Kailangan mag-ingat ang RGA na nag-conceal out. Alam nila na hindi maganda yung pwesto nila doon dahil yung mga skill shots ng RGA pwede rin tumama sa kanila. Divine Dave already up for the Kimi, so sumasakit lalo yung Kimi, pero ito kinagat si Skyder. Arrow will not land, pati yung hook hindi nagland. That's already the CC na na-burn sa side ng RGA. Yung nag-iisang CC nila na reliable Womi, wala na.
Nako, this is going to be important in case gugustuhin ng TUP mag-Lord, pero grabe naman kasi yung range and damage yan with the ultimate from the Kimi. And this is RGA taking one for themselves. The Lord will not be available for the side of TUP anymore unless magtapang sila dito.
Napakasakit, Kimi mo may rocket. Si RGA dito napa-flicker out, pero napakabilis niya. Binners down yung Franco dito with the ultimate. Hindi in-expect ng RGA yun. Kala nila sila nag-dictate ng pressure. And sa mid lane, nagkakaroon ng labanan between the Derot and the Uranus. Fortunately for the Uranus, medyo sustainable na siya at this point. And low din yung HP bars ni Mako. So that allows TGH to just take out the Lord, and AK hindi siya makakanakaw dito. And the arrow lands on the Beatrix, pero meron siyang widow plate dito. Loser on the front line. Medyo mahirap banggitin yung pangalan ni Uranus, no? Parang mali.
Parang mali. Kahit manalo sila, loser ang pangalan niya.
Parang mali.
Medyo nakakalungkot yun kung nasa side ka ng TUP. Pero
okay lang. Ngayon ko na na-realize.
Kahit natalo ka sa lane, kung nananalo ka naman sa game. Diba?
Wala sa pangalan yan. Nasa resulta ng game yan. So kapag natalo ang TGH, okay lang, loser naman pangalan niya. Pero pag nanalo, yun ang pride ng TGH dito. And right now, they're currently forcing the lead here. 4,000 gold lead in favor of TGH. Unfortunately, hindi nila magagamit yung Lord muna kasi medyo mataas din yung capabilities ng RGA pa mag-engage if TGH decides to go with the Lord. Kasi syempre kailangan din nila isipin yung mga hooks from Franco and yung mga arrows ni Selena. So kailangan nila na malinis na engage pa. DK mag-i-invade dito, pero nakita niya si AK. seal, kinagat ka na Tutti. Yung Karina, unfortunately, di tumama yung arrow, pero still, the damage is there for the Kimi. He takes out the King. Dagdag mo pa yung Holy Crystal, lalong sumasakit lang yung damage output ng RGA. Pero di pa tayo tapos sa may bottom lane, nakikipag-abisin nakipaglaban without Abyssal Strike. It will not land, and the Wind of Nature saves RNJ. And that is gonna be the death of Maku, RGA. Still, even though they lost the Dirot, napatay pa rin din Karina.
Napakaganda ng Wind of Nature pickup dito ni Aranjay. Hindi na siya kayang patayin ng Dirot. Maiiwasan niya ang entirety of the damage. But in the mid lane, look at this!
Grabe naman yung response ng TGH. Patay kagad si Skydar. Pero by the way, Womi, gusto ko lang sabihin, hinahabol ng tatlong heroes yung RGA. Ay, ng RGA yung Savior. Pinatay pa nung Savior yung Kimi.
Nako, problema na yun. Yun yung tipo na yung mga counter-initiate na damage. Wait lang, hindi tumama ang buong Revenge Rage combo. Skydar, medyo nakakalungkot yun for the side of TUP, but they do secure a good amount of area around this purple buff. Ibig sabihin nito, mananakaw nila ang purple right before the Lord spawns. This is good for them. RGA, ngayon lang nagkaroon ng lamang ang TUP ng 3K and above. And they do have late game advantage. Meron silang Kimi, meron silang carry. Pero ang problema nila ay medyo nag-power spike ng sobra si Aranjay.
Oo, sakit na ng DPS ni Beatrix. And isa pang problema dito, yung long range na Dawning Light no? Kasi this time, nung early game, wala silang access sa backline. Ngayon, nag-pop off na yung Saber, meron silang access kahit nasang part ng mapa. Pero nahuli nila si Franco, pero ibang target. Si Mako yung naging target dito, pero nag-break. RGA, this is where the Kimi shines. Pero look at this D-King engaging on the backline. Sabi niya, ako, pansinin nyo, wag yung mga kampi ko. And that is gonna be the death of both Mako and D-King. 1-for-1 exchange between these two teams, pero low ang HPs ng bawat kopanan. AK goes back to his own jungle, pero ito tinamaan. And that is gonna be a kill onto the Selena. And still, look at the damage output from RNG. Masakit pa rin talaga yung Beatrix natin. And look on the Dawning Light on the backline. Napakasakit nung nung damage output talaga ng isang Savior. And that might be a free lord for TGH. Loser with the zone out against AK. Skydar, nag-aamba na rin dito ng pwesto. Going on to the Franco. Mag-switch ba ng target? Ultimate, Tyrant's Rage. And ang ganda nung ganda nung angle ng Dawning Light. Mukhang dalawa yung dapat tamaan dapat doon. AK being zoned out by the Uranus, and wala siyang laban dito, Omi, kasi wala naman siyang anti-regen.
Grabe si Cyrus Cyrus in this late game. Bato lang ng bato ng Dawning Light. Hirap iwasan, ang hirap lapitan pati ng Savior. At kapag lumapit ka, may Wesker na nag-aabang para sa'yo. TUP, yung composition nila ngayon ay napaka-well balanced at medyo mas madali gamitin against RGA, to the fact na pagka nilapitan sila, the moment na hindi tumama ang hook, hindi tumama ang Abyssal Arrow, ang choice na lang ng RGA ay maglakad. At pag naglakad, nahihirapan sila manalo sa ganong klaseng team fight.
Look out for the Dawning Light and the sniper rifle. Actually, naka-shotgun yung Beatrix dito. Might be looking to end the game. Alam naman natin, rule na to sa Mobile Legends. If you give enough space for the Beatrix, 3 tira lang sa kanya yung base with the shotgun. So, kailangan din mag-ingat ng RGA. Pero maganda ang pastuhan ng mga heroes dito on both sides. Dawning Light once again being committed. Tumama lang kay Franco. Scatter goes in, and mukhang kailangan niya mag-reset ang pwesto rito. Pero RNJ, iisa-isa niya to. Tatagain niya yung Torre dito. Napakagandang lako! Wala kay Savior, and that is gonna be a kill onto the Selena. 1 hero down already, pero may punch man for the team. Napatay niya si Uranus, pero look at the HP bars melting from the side of RGA, and hindi nga nag-hero lock yung TGH. Naging mabait pa sila, nag-tore lang. And hinahabot na dito ng RGA. Hook! Nako, nahila! Skydar, pero look at the Dawning Light on the backline. Wala kagad yung buhay ni Lee on the Kimi. RNJ with the ultimate. Fortunately for RGA, naka-back up naman sila. Pero again, Uomi, ang laking threat ni Savior. Kasi yung backline, tinatamaan lang ng Dawning Light.
And yung cooldown na rin ng Dawning Light ay napaka-respectable during this time. It's around less than 20 seconds, and that means you can throw more than 3 ultimates in every minute na kayang kalahatiin yung buhay ng mga malalambot na members ng RGA. That is massive on the side of TUP. And if we look at yung ginagawa ni RNJ ngayon with this Beatrix, endgame weapon set na to yung Renner tsaka Wesker. Renner to poke them out, Wesker to end the game. TUP is more than ready to pull the trigger to finish this game, but RGA, because of their scaling, napakaganda ng wave clear na nanggagaling dito kay AK at kay Lee. Medyo nahihirapan ng TUP sa pagtapos o pag-clear ng wave para maunahan nila sa loob ng base. So RGA, they're still in this. One big hook, one big abyssal arrow. Meron pa rin silang win condition kahit medyo lumalaki na yung lead. In fact, it's not even that big. 3,000 lang ang gold lead ng TUP.
Oo, lalo na naglalakad pa yung win condition ng RGA. Isang maling pwesto lang ng TUP at ma-hope sila ni Kalachuchi. It might be game over. Pero kailangan nila isipin pa rin dito is yung savior. RGA needs to have an access on that backline para mapatay nila si Cyrus. Kasi again, nakita na natin yung damage output. Wala kasi the shield density. So yung Kimi, kailangan niya talaga ingatan yung pwesto niya. Pero kinaganda naman sa lineup nila is again, as you mentioned, ang taas ng wave clear nila. Yung Kimi pa lang walking wave clear na yan Pag dinaanan niya yung minion wave, mabilis lang patayin. And syempre, yung DPS ni AK hindi pwedeng baliwalain pa ng TGH. And now, they're gonna start the Lord. Ganda ng pwesto ni Kalachuchi sa may likuran. Walang nakakakita nito. They're all focused on frontline. Pero gumamit ka siya ng hook. Medyo maaga ata yung pagpapakita niya dito. Pero si Mako, already in the frontline. Mali ata ang pwestuhan ng ating Dirot. And that's gonna be a kill for TGH. One down already on the side of RGA. Wala na silang Abyssal Strike dito. So no chance of taking down these high HPs off side of TUP. Nakuha na yung Lord dito ni Karina. And naipit din si Kalachuchi. That's gonna be the Franco trying to fight against 4 heroes of TGH. And mukhang may ipit siya dito. Wala nang lalabasan. And Dawning Light secures the kill. Tinamahan pa nga yung Kimi. Nagpa-purple lang tinamahan.
Halos to tampa. Nagpa-purple lang matiwasay. Pero na-damage pa dahil nga global ang ability. Pero man, I just have to say, ang ganda ng formation ng RGA doon. As you said, yung pwestuhan ni Kalachuchi was already crucial for the win of CSP. Pero parang naging impatient sila sa pag-engage. Hindi nila inantay yung perfect opportunity. They went in too early and now they're paying the price for it. TUP, they have 2 waves about to crash in the base. Tas isang malaking wave na paparating pa lang sa bot lane. Can they go for the end game here? Nibiro pa rin ni RJ.
Look at the Beatrix ito. That Tyrus Reach na yun nasa harapan. Pero again, the Beatrix Tower lock lang for DGH. And that is the game. RGA cannot defend against the Beatrix. And that is the Grayhawks closing out game number 1.
TUP in this game, no? Akala natin parang basic lang ang composition nila. Pero kahit basic yung composition nila, ang ganda eh. Kumbaga, sometimes, pag simple ka lang, mas masaya gawin kasi mas madali. I mean, nagre-reset yung Karina, meron kang AOE crowd control coming in from Cyrus, tapos yung scaling nyo, napakaganda din. This is a basic composition na hindi, pag sinasabi kong basic, hindi ibig sabihin ng masama. Ang sinasabi ko dito, it's well-rounded. Kumbaga, you have magic damage, physical damage, you have both range, engage, you even have disengage from the Uranus. So, overall, TUP drafted really well. On the side of RGA, they took a lot of risks. Let's be honest. Kumbaga, ang daming risks na ginawa ng RGA in this entire draft, just wanting to show their ability to use this. And in fact, they were able to show it. At some point in the game, tumatama lahat ng mga skill shot nila. But the moment that they stopped hitting those skill shots was the moment that TUP got the best of them. And it still goes to show that if you draft a lot of skill shots inside your composition, you kind of want to have that one sure ball. Yung tipo na, hindi yung ulti pa, yung one sure ball na madali access, di ba?
Bloody Hunt lang din kasi talaga yung reliable eh. And tama ka nga, maraming kailangan tumama sa side ng RGA. Pero titignan natin kung tatama ba sila sa game number 2. Palong-palo yung mga players natin nakapag-lobby kagad. Pero before we proceed to the draft of game number 2, of course, kailangan natin pasalamatan ang nawala ako sa train of thought ko. Kailangan natin pasalamatan ng ating mga partners, Globe, and of course, Logitech G for making Alliance games possible. And nakita natin sobrang init ng game number 1. It was, I believe, the closest game we've had so far today. And tignan natin kung makakabawi ba ang Romancon Astra against TUPT Grayhawks. Again, maganda naman yung pinakita nila kanina. They've landed all the skill shots that they need to land. Pero pagdating sa late game, sobrang tapang na ng sobrang tapang na ng Grayhawks eh.
And hindi lang tapang, no? Parang alam nila na yung power spike nila ay nasa mid to late, especially with that savior. Kumbaga parang binibigay talaga nila kung ano yung kailangan nilang ibigay with the proper timing. So definitely a lot of learnings for Romancon that time around. They will be the first pick here for this game. pwede nilang kunin ng 1-1 priority pick na naban kanina in game number 1. And baka binan yun dahil may marunong mag 1-1, but this is going to be a first pick Ling, napakatapang on the side, atapang atao, AK with the Ling.
Oh my goodness, this might be a show for RGA. Again, nakita natin kanina kung ano yung capability nila. Pero this time around, the Franco will be on the hands of Grayhawks. The question is, ayan na. Kinuha na yung 1-1 on the red side. So, yung mga first pick openers natin na pinaprayo ban ay nasa side naman ng Grayhawks. Si Lina is still open, however, for Romancon Astra. Also, andyan pa yung Savior. Pwede rin kunin to ng RGA para kahit paano may bawi naman sila laban sa Savior nung game number 1. Cyrus really played a fantastic Savior game. The question is, will they replicate it? Ayan na, nilabas na ang Savior.
Ano to? Honestly, magiging 100% transparent ako sa'yo ngayon. Siguro ilang buwan na nung huling nakita ko ang Carmilla sa isang competitive game. So, bubuksan ko ngayon ang aking ML Pocket Guide. Itignan ko, kamusta na ba ang Carmilla ngayon? Because we are gonna see a first face Carmilla from the side of Romancon Astra. Ano kayang plano nila dito? Back siya naman para sa side ng TUP. So far, apart from the Carmilla, big surprise on the side of Romancon, it's good drafting coming in from TUP. All of the power picks na ina-expect natin to popped out. Meron tayong 1-1 in the gold lane. The back shot could still be flexed in the XP lane if needed be. And maganda rin tong jungle ngayon, especially in the jungle, of course. So, all around, ang ganda ng draft ng TUP right now. Pero, mukhang may hinanda ang Romancon Astra eh. Parang, hindi ka magpipick ng Carmilla kung wala kang pinagandaan eh.
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, okay din yung Carmilla against the current meta junglers right now, yung mga tank junglers. Kasi kapag nagdidikit-dikit kayo, doon talaga lumalamang si Carmilla. And ano to nagiging popular na rin actually sa ibang RG, no? Yung mga weird RGs natin. Yung Carmilla na naka-vengeance. Kasi ang taas talaga ng soaking capability ni Carmilla. And I like the fact that pinaganda pa lalo ng Grayhawks yung Carmilla pick kasi sila mismo nagban ng Deroth. So, ganda rin naman ang sagot ng RGA. Tinanggal yung Esmeralda kasi baka mamaya mag-first pick Esmeralda. Pero Uranus will still show up and mukhang magsasawa si Loser kakapindot ng kanyang first skill kasi Uranus na naman yung gamit niya. Pero ito, Romancon Astra taking up the thumbs. This is likely, pero Nana. Okay, never mind. Clint, okay. So, sobra naman ata tayo sa experimentation ng Nana pa rin. Pero they switch up the XP lane. They go for the Pakito instead.
Yeah, the Pakito running the execute, no? Ayaw niyang bigyan ng regen to. Gugulatin niya ng Uranus if ever mag-go for the risky play to si Loser. Overall, a lot of physical damage on the side of Romancon Astra. And idadagdag mo yung magical damage na manggagaling sa Carmilla at Savior. Pero mid to late game pa yun eh. Pero mukhang maglalaban ng Jowa dito.
Oo, nako LQ.
Nag-quarrel tayo, no? Sicilian versus Carmilla. This time around, the Sicilian will be facing the Savior. A popular matchup, no? Both are really great into the mid to the late game. But I think late game still goes to Sicilian. I mean, para sa akin talaga, Sicilian is king kapag umabot tayo ng mga 20 plus minutes.
Yeah, lalo pa may kasama siyang 1-1. Pero ang stabilizer naman in this game is, pag tinignan din naman natin yung lineup ng RGA, ang daming long range nukes, no? From the Clint to the Savior with the Dawning Light. And yung Ling, kahit yung baba ni Ling, long range nuke yun kasi you never expect where the Ling will be coming from. And yung backline access nila, sobrang taas. So yun naman yung kailangan isipin din ng Grayhawks. Kailangan maprotektahan nila yung mga cores or yung mga important heroes on the backline. Kasi pasugod din yung RGA. Pero still, it is a matter of actual execution, no? Pero we've seen RGA pull off skill shot game number 1. So we're confident enough na alam natin kayang i-execute to ng RGA. Pero CGH can still close out this game number 2. Question is, will it be a 2-0 or will it be a game 3? So let's jump in right into the game. Game number 2 between RGA and TGH. Ling, of course, syempre, start muna ng purple buff. Classic yan kapag may Franco.
Buti na lang, no? Wala masyadong manggugulo sa kanya ngayon. And TGH, may bali-balita dito sa comment section, no? Para sa mga fans ng RGA at TGH ito, mag-comment naman kayo tungkol sa mga players natin para may alam kami tungkol sa kanila. Mga fun facts. Kasi sabi nila, no? Fun fact, babaero daw si Skydar.
Ayun lang. O, ano pa yung mga fun facts natin dyan, mga paborito?
Mamaya madadagdagan pa yan. Pero si D-King ay mapapa. uwi and then mapapa-regen lang habang gumugulong papunta sa orange buff. Nako, Skydar, mukhang yung mga yakap niya sa Kufra ay yumayakap din pala sa labas ng Land of Dawn.
Kaya pala sanay sumugot at yumakap.
Oo nga.
Pero, kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, ngayon, ano naman siya? Ay, Franco! Man, hooker di pa rin.
Nako, mabilis umatak. Grabe. Skydar, magbago ka na. Mother's Day na ngayon.
Pero ito si AK, makukuha niya yung kanyang purple buff, hindi siya magugulo ni Franco, and mukhang si Skydar pa yung nagkakaproblema dito. Ayan, siya naman yung sinusugod, hindi na siya yung namimingwit. Ling with the Tempest of Blades, and that is a kill in favor of AK. And yung mga fast fingers ni AK, nakikita na, palumpalo.
Tried and tested, the fast fingers of AK. Parang AK-47 lang. And TUP, ito si Skydar ang namatay sa nila for the first blood. Ito yung parang kinarma na ata. Masyado kasing pogi ata in real life.
Oo, kailangan.
Nako, nahila ni Skydar.
Ikalachuchi ay nanaming wit. Sakto, babae si Carmilla, ladies and gentlemen. Pero si Cyrus ay nag-clear lang ng mid lane. Pero kay Dick naman napunta yung kill. Pero si AK focus sa goal. And TGH will try to contest. They responded to this turtle fight, pero nag-hero lock sila. AK still gonna be able to take the turtle, pero kinagat. Bloody Hunt is there, pero Tempest of Blades will also be used. Si Ling ay tatakbo lamang. Hindi na niya ni-risk na kunin pa yung kill kay Skydar kasi alam niya kulang pa yung damage output niya at this point.
Turtle ang na-secure na ni AK dito for the side of CSB. Pero nakakuha ng maraming kills ang side ng TUP. In terms of gold, ganito rin yung Game 1. Sobrang lapit ng ating gold score. Kumbaga, ang priority talaga ng CSB even at Game 1 is to secure objective. At para naman sa TGH or sa TUP dito ay mas gusto nilang mag-go na lang para sa mga hero. And it did work out for TUP in Game number 1. Let's see if may mix-up ba na gagawin dito ang CSB. Kasi importante na yung natutunan mo ng Game 1, apply mo agad ng Game 2 kasi mabilisan lang itong mga best of 3. If you don't learn from your mistakes quickly, hindi ka makakapasok ng group stage.
Sakit yung damage output, and fortunately for Cyrus, sa kanya pa yung huling tira. Sabi niya, saka sa kabila, LQ tayo mamaya. And RGA, wala pa silang mahanap na bawi. Pero again, fortunately for them is lamang naman sa gold si Ling. Pero TGH, constant pressure, constant fighting all over the map. And gold lane naman, yung pagtitripan nila ngayon, si Lee on the Clint ay nakakaharap ng dalawang hero. Eh meron pang Franco sa likod. Hindi na ginamit yung flicker, kinagat na lang, Bloody Hunt is there, pero hindi umabot din yung kanyang mga kampe. AK with the response, takes out the 1-1 on the top lane. And very good initiation there by RGA. Actually, very good counter engage by RGA. AK once in, goes in pala. And di ba niya si Cyrus na ang gandang play mula kay AK. Wala na siyang takbo rito, pero damage is there to take out back siya. Shut down by Skydar onto the link. Pero Clint ay buhay na buhay pa rin para ubusin lahat ng heroes ng TGH. And nakaharap na ng bawi ang RGA. Ganda ng ganda ng ginagawa ni AK, responding to the pressure na dinadala ng TGH.
Ang bilis din kasi lumipad ng Ling with the pinch poise. Nasabayan niya agad yung potential 3v1 dive sana ng TUP against their 1-1. Protektado talaga ng todo gamit dito ang Ling ni AK. They're gonna be able to secure the turtle as well. And ang maganda dun is that they even tried to go for a counter-initiate naman dito kay Loser. But of course, it's a Uranus. It's extremely hard to kill a Uranus even in a 3v1 scenario. Mas lalo na kung may sprint, tatakbuhan ka lang yan. Literal, tatakbo lang siya palayo habang nagre-regen ng HP. It's funny to look at but it's effective. Pero fun fact, may nag-comment si Mako daw, ito yung boxingero, ay isa rin daw singer. O, kantaan mo. Loser, kamusta?
Oo, ayun na. Nagsusulat pa yan, nagsusulat pa. Oy, nako! LQ talaga, pinatay na naman ni Cyrus. Pinatay ni Cecilion yung Carmilla on the other side, and Kalajuchi is not having a good day. Kahit pa nako concussive siya rito, walang pakialam yung TGH. They just continuously take him down. Pero again, the game is quite equal at the moment. Lamang na ng 500 gold ang RGA. Still, the objectives will matter in the mid to late game. Pero ang nakakatakot kasi dito, Womi, is yung scaling heroes ng TGH.
Super close game, pero merong scaling ang TGH na si Cecilion. super scary pagpasok ng late game. At kakantahan na ba ni Mako to? Si Loser. Sabi ni Loser, teka lang, pa-regen muna ako. Si AK, Tempest of Blades.
Oh, flicker by Skydar. Hindi umabot yon kay Saber. Bloody Hunt is there. Actually, it connects. And ito naman ng Sanguine Claw from the Sicilian Cyrus. Really outplaying RGA, and isama mo pa, ilista mo na si Carmilla. Hindi na nga sumama si Cyrus doon kasi baka mamaya sobra na sa labas na siyang patulugin ni Carmilla.
Grabe. Imagine mo yung Sanguine Claws ni Cyrus na abot pa kasi naikagat ng Franco. Yung synergy talaga no ng TUP ngayon mararamdaman mo. In RGA as well, honestly, kaya naman nilang lumaban. Pero sadyang nauunahan sila in terms of pulling the trigger at the right time. Kumbaga yung mga wins ng RGA this game, yung mga panalo nila sa mga laban na usually counter engages, and if they can't counter engage, they usually can't win the fight. They will be starting this turtle. Half HP na. Kaya-kayang i-contest to ng TGH.
Bloody Hunt is there by Skyder, pero AK is able to secure the turtle already. Pero nakalipad! Si RNJ, di siya naman ng Dawning Light, and si Baksha, pinatay na rin si Maku. Hindi na nakakanta yung ating pakita, pero look at the damage output from the Ling is able to take out 1-1 under the turret, pero hindi na makakalabas si AK dito. Nagtago siya sa rat, pero inabot pa rin siya ng Sanguine Claw ni Sicilian. And ayan na naman, mag-aaway na naman sila mamaya dito. Nakasunod pa si Loser on the gold laner of RGA, pero napakagandang kasama mula kay Vigor Dugjadi, and hindi tumama yung Franco hook kay Saber. And again, nagiging problema na si Saber at this point. The King is able to take out the Clint, pero Womi, sino tingin mo yung nanalo doon sa trade na yun?
That is a trade won by TGH. Grabe, ang daming nakuhang gold ni Sicilian. They got the gold where it matters. Kumbaga, we're entering the mid-game already. We're at 8 minutes. And what you want to see is a Cyrus farmed up. And hindi lang siya farmed up, he's more than farmed up. Kumbaga, usually at around 8 minutes, if this was a game na ayaw mong bigyan ng Sicilian, you would want Cyrus to have more deaths or at least no kills. But right now, he's standing at 516 on a 12-team kill score. Ibig sabihin nito, he has like 90+% kill participation on this Sicilian. At sobrang na-earn niya yung gold na meron siya ngayon with the mystery shop. Ang bilis ng power spike nito. I'm expecting at around 9 minutes. Sobrang kapina nito.
Man, legit yung 1 kill na hindi siya part doon. Yun yung iniwan niya yung Carmilla sa mid lane. Kasi baka mamaya sobra na yung ginagawa niya sa jowa niya. And right now, he is sitting at 516 as Womi has said. And sa sobrang yaman niya, Womi, inuna niya yung Dominance Ice versus the Lightning Truncheon. Pero pasok pa rin yung timing niya sa Lightning Truncheon. Ganun siya kayaman din siya, man. Top lane, Loser. Kinakantahan na ni Mako, Dawning Light, tumama kayo, Reynos. Pero lock the movement speed, ayun yung sinasabi mo kanina, tinatakbuhan ka habang nagre-regen. Nakakatawa tignan, pero yung RGA, hindi masaya sa nangyari. Abuto siya ni Ling, pero again, the damage output is not enough. Lee, on the other side of the map, ay napagtripan naman ng Team GH. Kinagat-kagat siya ni Skydar, and naiwan na naman yung jowa ni Sicilian. Flicker out by Skydar, prediking on the backline. Kinikilin na lang yung minion wave, and alam nila na masyado na sila malalim dito, and that is gonna be in translation towards the Lord. Pero nakaready rin ng RGA. Loser, low pa rin ang kanyang HP, pero low na rin si AK. Actually, low din ang CD King, no? Pero output, patay kagad si Uranus. Pero the hook is there. He takes out Ling. AK, hindi niya nakita yung angle na yun. Skydar was able to see that. Napakalupit kasi experience naman talaga mamingwit. Ito si Skydar. Due to experience, ladies and gentlemen, kakasabi lang ng kanyang mga tropa. Nilalaglag.
Mga tropa nang lalaglag. Yan ang mga true friends. Sino kaya makakuha ng Lord?
Alat Kuchi, Dawning Light on the backline. RNJ, lumipad. Nakalipa siya ng pwesto. Kanina napunta yung Lord kay Cyrus. And muntik pa mapatay actually yung Sicilian. Huling bat impact niya kasi wala na siyang mana. And TGH gets out. Hindi enough yung damage output ni RG at that point, pero binarel si Lee sa likuran na Jose Rizal, mga kaibigan.
Nako, nakakatakot na ang Savior during this time, no? Nakuha man ng TGH ang Lord, the one massive Dawning Light, lahat sila natamaan, 4 ang natamaan with that Dawning Light. Even secured 2 kills almost instantly. Kung hindi pa na-secure ng Bat's impact yung Lord na yun, that could have been a major turnaround for CSB. But because of that great play coming in from Vigor Dugjudi, meron na tayong even game once again. Just 100 gold lead for the side of TGH. And that's with them securing the Lord pa. And Loser with Maku sa 1v1. Lamang ng kokonte si Maku.
Oo, na kinakanta na. Ito na yung literal sinimulan ko to. Na walang naniniwala
no? Sa paligid niya.
Nagre-regen
alam mo,
Pero ayun na, dito na madaya yung Uranus. Yung nakailang stocks na siya, tapos regen na. Actually, kaya niya patayin to, pero hindi niya pina-force out kasi alam niya may response din. Ano pa yung mangyari kay RGA. Ayun, nagkita na sila. Maku, sitting at low HP, and nauna pang namatay. Si Saber, hindi sila makadikit. And ang dami nilang problema, Womi, yung stocks ni 1-1, pati na rin yung Precision. So, sobrang dami nilang iniintindi, pero tapos mo pa, 1v1 with the Great One Viking versus the Link, Tempest of Blades. Ano pa yung damage? That is the question.
Diyos ko naman!
Tabak siya. Grabe talaga yung mga daliri ni AK dito. 1v1 against the Baksha and napatay pa niya si Viking.
Man, usually when we see a Baksha versus Ling, alam mong wala dapat bawas yung Ling sa Baksha eh. Pero iba yung nangyari dun. Napakabilis na daliri, napakagandang trading ng gagaling kay AK. Pero TGH, ang dami nilang nakuha doon sa side ng gold lane. Ang grabe ng damage ng Sicilian. Eh nasabi mo na rin, no, Midnight, yung 1-1, yung stacks na doon na rin. Oh my God!
Morning Light, nagkapalitan dito ng mga malalaking burst damage and nauna yung pagpatay dito kay Sicilian. That is AK taking him down and disengage for TGH. Di pa sila tapos dito naghahabol. Hindi tumama yung combo ni Saber pero yung range talaga ay abot na abot. Ang hero sa TGH. Ito yung problema nila. Yung range ng RGA. Second round of Dawning Light caused by the Saber. Triple kill for Vigor, Doug Judy. Mukhang may bawi talaga ang RGA. Womi, kakasabi lang natin kanina na kailangan nilang intindihin yung range ng Saber and TGH. Nararamdaman na nila ngayon yung damage output ni Vigor.
Grabe, Savior wins games nga ba? Grabe yung damage ang gagaling sa Dawning Light and napakadalas na rin nababato. Nabibigyan na rin ng oras dito si Lee para makapag-farm and we all know what a Clint could do if it's farmed up. We've literally seen games na binubuhat ng iisang Clint and we are already approaching the late game. Great pick up on the Wind of Nature dito para kay Aaron J. Maiwasan lang ng konting damage kapag pinasok siya ni AK. Pero men, TGH, they're slowly losing out in this game. They can't let that happen again. They need to find the savior. Kahit flikera mo na, mapigilan mo lang si Doug Judy.
Ling, nakita nila kagad yung Uranus and alam nila walang stacks on Dawning Light. Thrown out pero walang tinamaan and tinamaan din ng Bat's Impact. Vigor Doug Judy dito sa kanya. Kailangan niya mag-ingat. The hook is there. Look, damage coming out from Cyrus on the Sicilian. Mapapatay nila kagad si Maku and nastakan pa nga. Pang stock ni Aaron J. Yung Pakito para makasanya yung crossbow of tanks. Pero Dawning Light takes out another set of heroes from the side of TGH. It's 2v1. Aaron J is the only hero alive. Pero nakuha din niya yung kill dito kay Clint. Pero that's the jungler out for TGH. AK free to take this Lord. Pero TGH, kahit paano may bawi sila.
Akala natin panalo na ang TGH in that fight. Pero one big Dawning Light coming in from Vigor Doug Judy. Na-setapan niya yung Ling. Nung dumating yung Ling, sobrang low HP na. Ito yung tipo na pangarap ng mga Ling players. Yung bababa na lang sila para pumatay ng tatlo. Yung hindi na nila paghihirapan masyado, diba?
Oo, yung bababa ka lang, isang second skill mo, tapos na yung trabaho mo. Pero mind you, Womi, second set yon ng Dawning Light. Ito na yung sinasabi mo kanina eh. Spammable na to at this point. Pwede mong ikasa 3 beses sa isang minuto. Pero dito nga, 2 beses sa isang team fight.
And sobrang massive ng ginawa niya in that team fight. Kahit nabigyan siya ng isang Bat's Impact that made him back off. Global ang range ng isang Dawning Light. Pero look at the clear speed from the side of TGH. Natunaw lang yung Lord ng parang ice cream.
4 na Bat's Impact lang yan mula kay Cyrus. Sabi niya, sige lang, baton sa akin kahit sinong gusto nyong ibato rito. Si Lord kayang-kaya ko. Pero top lane, nag-iisip sila AK dito kung papasukin nila. That's loser, Uranus Franco. Nakakonsign siya rito, kinagat si Skydar. And that's a clip out of the equation here for RGA. Hinahabol din ni loser sila AK. Bumababa yung HP para sa mga heroes dito.
Doug Judy!
Grabe naman! Immortality has been popped. Flicker, Skydar takes out the saber and the hook connects from the Franco onto Maku and iiwan na to ng RGA. Sabi ni AK, kaya mo na yan, kumanta ka na lang dyan. Pero TGH, hinahabol pa rin nila yung Pakito and what an engage coming out from TGH. It was started by the Ling, mind you, pero sabi ng TGH, guys, pumasok sila, laban kagad tayo.
And napakaganda din ng layering ng skill shots ng TGH that fight. RGA, they had the correct shot call. Alam nilang kailangan nilang i-push yun, pero medyo may isang nakalusot na skill shot. And it eventually transitioned into TGH just securing that kill. It's not even a skill shot eh. Kumbaga, may nakalusot lang sa kanilang depensa. Kumbaga, nirespeto ng TGH yung meron silang pressure around that turret. Pero look at this, si AK nagtapang. Pero mababurn na kanyang Tempest of Blades. Makakatakas pa siya dito with the Pinch Boys.
Hindi, mukhang wala na siyang takbo dito. Wala siyang first kill din. And that is the immortality pop. Pero the question is, masasara ba nila? Yes, they can. Hindi lang nakalipad si Ling. Without his purple buff, hindi ganun ka-mobile ang isang Ling. Alam ko yung pakiramdam niyan. Alam namin ni Omi yung pakiramdam niyan. And TGH, ramdam na rin nila ngayon yung lead nila. Naisara na nila yung gold gap na meron na establish ng RGA. And again, 20 seconds without the Ling. Wala ring chance na makakakuha siya ng purple buff kasi I think sabay yung spawn ni Lord at pati yung kanyang purple buff.
And may Lord, ay meron ako massive hook!
Oh! That's the savior out for RGA. Look at this Kalachuchi with the Vengeance soaking up so much damage. Pero na-burn na yung Vengeance. Wala na silang tagatangke. And TGH will likely get this Lord for free. Even though mag-i-spawn si AK, he will not have the energy to contest this Lord from TGH.
Grabe. Yun yung isa sa mga game-changing hooks for TGH. Nahuli yung savior. Pero mukhang sabi niya, hindi na muna ako magbabuff. Subukan niya atang nakawin yung Lord. Nakapwesto na si AK. Masyadong delikado.
Oh, tingnan mo yung amba ni Skydart tsaka ni Cyrus, yung mga sanguine claws sa sa mga cliff. Okay lang yan. Okay lang daw yan. Makapibigyan nyo ng purple buff si AK. Kanina naman yung Lord at look at the loser. Standing on the front line. Siya yung bouncer ng RGA. Hindi nila matulungan yung kakampi nila sa Kalachuchi na iwan sa kamahan ng TGH. Pero Dawning Light ginamit na Aranjay. Almost taken down. Pero wala na siyang ultimate dito. So he needs to back off. And that's a reset on TGH. Fortunately for RGA, lumabas na kagad yung Lord. And hindi nakapwesto ang TGH to contest. To push out with this Lord. Pero to si AK, pinapahabol niya yung Lord sa kanya. Pero sa blade, ginamit na rin niya. Question is, makakalabas ba siya? Mako is near the vicinity. So meron siyang reinforcement dito. And nandyan na rin yung Finch Boys.
Ako, no, TGH, kaya nilang i-pull yung trigger anytime basta tumama ang isa sa mga kanilang mga big skill shots or even yung Bloody Hunt. And yung Uranus, no, medyo sumasaya na siya kasi ito na nga, nahuli na naman.
Ako, wala na naman si Lee. Naka-flicker out naman, pero meron din siyang immortality. So everything is safe and sound, pero wala siyang flicker in the next fight. TGH, you can actually choose to fight in the base or close this one out, pushing out the objectives. Pero look at clear speed. Medyo malakas din naman mag-clear yung RGA with the Saber. Dawning Light ginamit na rin, pero minimal yung damage kasi nandyan pa yung mga Athena Shields passive ng TGH. Pero yung second set, yun yung kailangan abangan ng TGH.
And it's a 4-man Dawning Light. In this entire game, no, si Vigor to Beauty, 3 to 4 man ang lagi mga Dawning Light na tumatama sa sobrang dami. It's so effective for RGA. Kailangan patuloy niya tong iba to para bigyan ng space. Kumbaga space creation talaga yung kailangan gawin ng isang Vigor Dug Judy in this game para lang mabigyan ng oras to si AK. Kasi scale up pa ng kadagdagan. This might be a big push for PGH.
Sanguine Cluster naman. Kumama dito kay Lee. And AK on the backline. Time of place. Wala siyang energy. Wala siyang purple buff, so wala siyang magawa din dito. Pero na-clear naman yung wave with the Pakito and the Clint. Buti na lang hindi napatay kagad yung dito. Saan ang cooldown nito? Kakagamit na.
Kakagamit lang, ibabato ulit. Feeling ko at this point, in this phase of the game, 19 minutes in, with the items na meron siya, 16 seconds na lang ang cooldown. Ng 16 seconds na lang. This is the build that allows you to have that 16 second cooldown ultimate coming in from this
wala
savior.
pa yung Truncheon to ha, wala pa yung Truncheon. Binenta niya yung Truncheon eh.
Binenta niya yung Truncheon. Baka nasa mga 20-20 na yan. Pero
19,
20. That's still massive. 3 ulti yun sa isang minuto. And usually a long siege or a long fight goes on for more than 1 minute.
Loser got baited, pero I don't think they have the damage to deal with the Uranus as of the moment kasi kailangan din nila intindihan yung ibang lane. Pero ito, Skydar din ang pwesto sa may bandang unahan.
Skydar, Loser, Miko, maglalabanan dito sa baba. Pero maganda ang pwesto ng TUP around this Lord area. This is a 20-minute luminous Lord. It's gonna be massive for the side of TUP if makuha nila. Pero mukhang sabi, ito usually, no, pag link kalaban mo, gusto mo muna i-contest yung purple. Pero sinimulan na nila yung Lord agad-agad.
Nakaabang din kasi si Loser dito sa may purple box. So alam nila if ko-contest si AK and both of the objectives. Pero ito again, problema to for RGA kasi ito yung OP na Lord. Ganda naman ang pwesto ni AK. Actually, kinat niya muna yung middle wave minion. So aabot siya rito pero alam ng TGH kung saan siya magkakalig. Kung saan siya pwede. Pero my goodness, AK! Stealing the Lord away from TGH's hand. Ito pa yung damage. Umabot yung huling dart from the 1-1. That's the link down. Pero TGH, they can actually choose to push This is the base of RGA. Even though wala silang Lord, yung minion wave sa mid lane, makikita naman, Dawning Light used by the Savior, pero it's not gonna save the Carmilla. Fortunately for RGA, nag-spawn yung Lord sa middle lane, so TGH has to deal with this first, and yung side lanes na clear na rin ni Maku pati ni Lee.
30 seconds on AK, 40 seconds on Karachuchi. RGA, they will have to buy time for a 5v5 to happen. TGH on the other hand, gusto nilang tapusin to habang 3v5 pa lang ang scenario. Kaya nila!
Dawning Light, pero to nahuli na! Naunahan na ng pwesto dito ng TGH ang RGA, naka-flicker at pa si Lee, pero the follow-up is still there. Pumasok na sa base ang TGH tower lock. Asan yung minions? Yung cannon nasa labas! Hindi sila makapag-push ng base, pero napatay na si Savior on the backline. Unfortunately, wala pa rin minions ang TGH, pero look at the damage output of the Sicilian. Sobrang sakit na ni Cyrus at this point. Nahook pa ni Skyder si Kling. AK with the damage of blades, pero tower lock ang TGH, and that might be it. Nakuha na ni AK yung kill dito kay Skyder, pero that's it. The game is there for the taking. 2-0 for TGH. Pinilit at nakuha nila ang kanilang gusto. They take the sweep 2-0.
Another sweep in this day. Tatlong sweep ang ating natunghayan ngayong araw. Sweep simula from Series 1 to Series 3. TUP against Grayhawks in this game. Ang ganda ng pinakita nila from Game 1 to Game 2, but we have to give it to a CSB as well.
Yeah.
Talagang, this is one of the closest series. Let's be honest. Kumbaga, ang lapit ng series na to compared to kahit sweep man, close game parehas.
Saka umabot sa point na nagkapilitan diba? Si AK nakuha niya yung Lord, pero sabi ng TGH, okay lang yan guys, wag tayong kakabahan, kaya pa natin close at to. And naging problema nila dito is yung yung final push kasi wala silang minions. Pero hindi rin naging factor rin kasi kahit pa sinubukan mag-defend ng RGA, kada bagsak ng Bats impact may napapauwi sila. So it really was the superiority of damage and yung late game scaling ng TGH. Pero again, as you've said, RGA really did play a fantastic game. Ganda rin ang pinakita nila dito. Ang ganda ng mga knockout ni AK. Ang ganda ng mga Dawning Lights. Unfortunately, it wasn't really enough against TGH's aggression and onslaught onto the late game.
Yeah, tsaka ang ganda din ng pagtapos ng TUP in this game. They went in for I think 4-1. Yung Uranus hinatid yung minion wave doon sa baba. Kaya kahit naubusan sila ng minion sa mid lane, they had a backup plan to finish this off. So congratulations to TUP. Makakapasok sila sa ating group stage dahil lahat ng series na napanood natin at kinas natin today is actually crucial to their slot in into the group stage rather.
Yeah, kaya sobrang sarap manood din ng mga ganitong klaseng games, and of course kailangan natin pasalamatan yung mga sumusuporta sa ating games, and that is our partners Globe Telecom and of course Logitech G. Alliance Games is powered by Logitech G. If you're looking to supercharge your gaming setup, you can #keep playing and check out Logitech's amazing gear at logitech.acadarena.com ngayon. And of course, we also have the updates sa mga brackets natin. No? If gusto niyo makita yung mga updates and yung mga stats ng inyong mga favorite OG teams, pwede niyo tignan yung ating website. You can check out acadarena.com/alliance-games. Again, acadarena.com/alliance-games. And of course, huwag niyo kakalimutan na meron pa tayong live event sa Conquest 2022. That is gonna be the Alliance Games Finals, and that will happen on July 23 to 24 at Conquest. You'll get a chance to watch the all G finalists battle at our stage, and you can also meet your favorite gaming and esports personalities. Si KD lang naman, and of course a lot of different programs and activities for all kinds of gamers. Sa mga gusto pa makakita ng updates kung sino pa yung mga i-invite sa Conquest, you can check out our Facebook page, our official Facebook page of AcadArena at facebook.com/conquestphl. Again, that is www.facebook.com/conquestphl. And of course, yung ating AcadArena scholarship na kaka-release lang ng bagong cycle. This is the newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends who are in senior high school and college, they could apply for our scholarship grants. Bisitahin nyo lang yung ating website again, acadarena.com/scholarships. That is acadarena.com/scholarships. scholarships and get the chance to be a #AcadArena scholar. So again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanood. It has been an honor to bring you fantastic games. Once again, I have been Midnight. Nakasama natin si Iwomi, and we will see you at the next stage of Alliance Games. Goodbye.